a trash person, okay? And I was never told I was good enough. So my love language is words of defamation.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
So, last night, nudist, a homeless person, and a polycurious person walked into the bar. That was it, y'all. That was it. That was the joke. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. Nothing else happened after that.
It's just that when we get together, bad things happen and people get hurt.
Yeah, that's the point. It's funny.
That's all I'm saying. Because what the frick was that last night? What the frick was that last night? Okay, another freaking cliffhanger. And this cliffhanger just going to leave us over the cliff for some months. We are literally waiting for the local police to send the out-of-state police to come save us. Okay? What is happening? What the flap? What the flap? No, I agree, MD. It was a good episode. And we could have had more good episodes. However, we're going to forget about this crap by the time we come back to it. This is starting to be like a Carlos King. Is Carlos King over there? Is Carlos King over there doing the love, ready to love stuff now? Because it's giving me Carlos King at this point. You know, Carlos King will put you on hold for a year. Talking about season 3.B.
Hello out there. Hello. Remember us?
Child, we're going to find out what's going on their social media before we find out. These people got to be in a relationship they don't want to be in for longer than they have to be now. All right. Well, anywho, it was a very good episode. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another round. Okay, child. I really could have got this over with last night, but for two reasons. I was tired, and I guess the app was too, because it would not let me finish the episode. All right, so I could not watch the episode on the app. I don't know why I have the app. Okay, at this point, I don't know why I have the app. The app was just like the ending of the episode, would not finish. All right, it left me on a cliffhanger. I was in the middle of the episode. I don't know what to tell y'all. Okay, El Cid, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. Not as tired as you. I'm tired of these mid-season finales. You know, just get Fritz off my screen, send him on his way, and then, you know, I could like feel better about myself. And I could hope to remember you come summer. You know, it's like, you know, I know what you did last spring. That's what it's giving. I cannot stand mid-season finales. Cannot stand it, especially in dating shows. You could have ended it at the ladies' lounge. Ended it where we didn't even know who's on the bottom. See people walking into the you know, dinner and cut it out. But don't have me, you know, I'm feeling like Sahara right now. I'm getting a Sahara attitude because of this mid-season finale. Sahara, I'm gonna need you to light a candle under OWN, because this is foolishness I don't want to see again.
Speaking of Sahara attitude, child, she gave us one in the beginning of the episode.
I feel chastised.
You know, I ain't gonna hold you. Hold on. Oh, you don't have the beginning of the episode. I'm not gonna hold you though. I felt a little bit of Sahara's pain. You know what I'm saying? It's like I have been down here 3 times listening to you trying to tell me the same thing 3 times. Because at this point, you ain't giving me no better advice. Cam, you is not giving me no better advice. So please spare me. Either let's just enjoy this date, this time me and you got together, since it's me and you, or whatever. But I'm not trying to make no more of this TV show. So stop talking to me. But she could have like chilled a little bit, because Cam is not the one. Cam has been fighting for her, so don't fight the person that's been fighting for you. However, I felt her on it. Like, I don't want to hear no more of it. What you trying to do? You trying to drink and eat and do something like what's up? What's good? What we doing?
And even though it's not in honor of her, I do have my braids, and maybe that's why I'm channeling her, because it was foolishness. I'm sorry. Yes, Cam, we also learned that you are telling Sahara what's going on in the men's lounge. You're doing pillow talk without a pillow. So, Sahara, your candles are working on Cam.
Well, fire the men. They got some hours that they just can't sleep. They on call for a long time, so he just up, just telling all the business. He just up. We gossiping. Yeah. I don't know, but it was Tata to our other two ladies. You know what I'm saying? And they left on a little better attitude than I expected. I didn't expect Rocky to give, because Rocky be acting like she rah-rah sometimes, but she not all the way rah-rah like that. I didn't really expect her to give too much. So she was just like, okay, it is what it is. I tried my best. I gave my best, baby. But Miss Coley said, I'm going to go find some men that really want me. Pace. hair flip sachet.
I was really feeling, for Eddie for a moment there, because she had that look switch, and I was like, ooh, you're about to get what Tommy got. Forget y'all. I was waiting for that, but she held it in like a good girdle. She held it in, and she was like, I'm not going to show out again. I'm just going to move on. Okay. Coley, I was waiting for Coley to snap and say something, funny to him, or something like real, like forget y'all.
Yeah, I was too. I was just thinking it was gonna come out, but yeah, they did good. Oh, thank you, Felicia. I'm sorry. This is the first week of training for me and stuff, and I have to work my Fridays right now, so that between these little fur babies waking up and breaking my sleep before my alarm breaks my sleep, and everything, and having to work Friday night, child, I just couldn't do it last night. And like I said, this app wasn't working for me, so I couldn't even get the end of the episode. I didn't even know what happened. I had to find out in our chats. I was like, so the episode ended on the cliffhanger. They trying to give me the notes. I'm like, what? Are you serious?
See, just like we say, what happens in the vault stays in the vault. I thought the group chat stayed in the group chat, Jay.
We ain't never said that. We ain't never said that stupidness that Tommy has ever said. We just kind of honor it a bit. But hey, that part of the group chat, I don't have to keep that up in there, because damn it. Shit. Well, I'm going to tell them it was a secret that y'all had to inform me. Because OWN's app won't work, okay? Damn it, OWN. Shoot. I swear, I don't know what I'm getting the channel for, because the app don't want to work ever. That's why I be having to have the live at 6:05, 6:10 and stuff like that, PST, because I be trying to finish the episode, which I ain't even got as long commercials as a regular episode. That's really crazy. It's like stupid. I don't know. I'm about to figure out how to cut off cable and just get YouTube TV altogether. Shoot, YouTube TV is about to get all my money.
That's what I have, YouTube TV.
The issue, and we segue into some other stuff. Sorry, we're gonna have a little rant because I'm hot and bothered now. The issue is you get a discount when you have TV and internet together, but I'm just like, I don't know, because they be trying to give you like better streaming. I mean, better quality internet when you have them two together. But I gotta find some way to get just good internet by itself out here in Cali, because this stuff is just annoying. I might just have a phone line that I don't use. I might get the phone bundle.
Oh, well, I don't need all that. I pay internet separate from YouTube TV.
It's just they don't give you like a higher quality of internet when you buy itself out here. It's so weird or whatnot. I have to figure out something. Yeah, I have to figure out something.
I wish YouTube as a company would give you a package of YouTube TV and premium together, but YouTube will figure it out.
Oh, they keep it separate still.
Yeah, they keep it separate.
Well, that's just
So,
dumb. This is just like my
it
internet
is.
service.
Exactly. Exactly.
They're gonna figure out a way to be my internet service no matter what. Can't win. No, I ain't gonna say that because I'm gonna get blocked. Okay, let me shut up. Moving on.
Moving right along.
Oh, Lord, child, these episodes. I don't know what was going on. Okay, but so we started to have. We know this week that is the ladies that chime in the lounge, so they get to make the decisions on the men. So they get to take the men's out on dates that they would like to go to, and not their first choice, or half the time, and even their second choice, child. Because they like to play with the production, like to play with them, like they play with us. So at this point, the ladies decide that they're gonna take their second draft picks out, and Deona says she gonna take Hussein. Horseback riding, baby. Yeah, child, it was a lot of foolery going on. It was a lot of foolery. I was not mad at the horseback riding. I was thinking Hussein was going to be a little bit better at it than he was, but hey, everybody has not done that before. One, you know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody. Some people are not even animal people to be on a horse in the first place. I don't even know how he feels about it. But his energy, his presence, his poise coming up to it gave me he kind of knew what he was doing until he got on there. Now, I will say this. I have been horseback riding a few times, and sometimes the horse you end up with ain't as friendly to you as you may be trying to be to it.
Or maybe a date ain't as friendly to you either by putting you on the little horse, the pony. Okay?
Maybe
she sunned him. She sunned him. Again.
Oh, well, I'm not saying again because she likes sunning men, period. So she sunned another man. Child. She's like, I got big old Goliath over here. And you got poor little Tink Tink.
Because I can handle a Goliath. I can handle Goliath.
Yeah, but you can't. I was like, Deona, I need you to bring down the strength in the room, sis. Calm down. Okay? Because you're, ma'am, I for a beautiful lady, I'm starting to see why you having some struggles. Turn work off, baby. Turn work off. She might be a supervisor or a lead or something, but I need you to turn it off, boo. Because if you want somebody to lead you, you got to fall back a little bit and see if they can. I'm not saying you got to just give every man a shot anyway, but you need to fall back to even see if they could step up to be your lead. Because what was his argument, El said? This argument between work status, comparing a desk job to a fire.
So, okay. She's a trainer. She says she trains people to become firefighters. So his thing is that it doesn't matter if you're fighting fires or you have a desk job, you should be able to turn it off when you come home. You shouldn't be, yelling out orders to your person. He's like, you should be able to turn that down and become, something different to your partner because we ain't at work anymore. But she already judged him. She said, yeah, you look to me like you don't communicate. You don't talk. Like I got to pry stuff, push stuff out of you to get you to talk to me. And then all of a sudden you go lash out and say, that's what I mean. And then he felt attacked. And he's like, yeah, nah. But he said your job shouldn't dictate how you present yourself in your relationship.
One thing about an over communicator is that they always think somebody else can't communicate because they're over communicating. When you talk too much, of course, another person can't communicate because you're just talking too much. Shh. And I get it. It's like, Deona, your job is a trainer, so you're going to be naturally communicative. The fact that she said that word wrong was crazy to me. But anyway, we're going to let her go. Okay, we're going to let her go.
She can't ride that word.
You're going to let her have that one, okay? But it was just like, ma'am, everybody doesn't communicate the same one. or whatnot. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you're looking for. You have to define that. That's a funny thing to me, because it's always, you don't know how to converse. You don't know how to talk. You don't know how to do this. You don't do that or whatever. I'm a communicative person. I talk, I over communicate. You just talk a lot sometimes. Because sometimes y'all not really communicating nothing. If the person don't understand what you're saying, or it's not coming off in a way that you mean it to come off, you're not actually conversing with that person. You're just talking. So you might need to work on your communication skills as well. Because right now you've been piss poor with it when it comes to talking to these men. I'm sorry. I like this lady and stuff like that, but you come off, like they say in the chat, very rude when you talk to these men. So that's not great conversing with people either. It's not great conversation. You're not a great conversationalist at all, man. You got to make people feel welcome to the conversation. Even if you don't like them, you don't want to talk to them, they not your cup of tea. So this be bugging me when I hear these people, oh yeah, this person can't communicate, this person can't do that. Ma'am, are you doing a great job of it yourself? I don't know.
I have to confess, I used to be Deona. I used to be very much, my job was my personality. And she got to learn, and she could learn to shed that. And it could be her dating pool. It could be her dating pool that she doesn't feel like she can relinquish control to the man. And quite frankly, if she had just pulled back, I think Hussein could have been a great date for her and a great personality for her to help her at least start the journey to, pulling back a little bit, taking it, a little bit slower. I think it would have been better for her if her second option, Hussein, planned the date. I think it would be better, because it's feeding into her need to control and manage everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I wish he had planned it. She needs to be put in situations where she knows nothing. It's a complete surprise, and just go with the flow. And I wonder if she can go with the flow. Or would she critique the man?
Right. And it's funny because I guess, for the fact that we get to see what she doesn't get to see. We have watched this man communicate with other people just fine. Now, has she said, you don't seem like much of a talker, or you're a very quiet to yourself person, I would have said that I would agree with you. I would agree with her perfect, because he does come off a little bit more, what is my word? What is my introverted? He comes off a little bit more introverted, even though he still might not be. He might even be an ambivert, but he comes off a little bit more, you have to talk to him and then he talks to you type. You know what I'm saying? He speaks when spoken to. So I would have agreed with her on that stance, but just to come off and say, you don't look like a person that communicates. You don't communicate well. That is very rude to say to somebody, because it's like, ma'am, have we ever spoken for you to tell me that? Like, have we ever had a real conversation for you to sit here and tell me I don't communicate very well? But you're telling a person is that they don't know how to make another person understand what they're saying. They're saying.
It sounded like he doesn't communicate the way she wants him to communicate, so she ain't trying to hear it. And she can't respect you. You can't even control the little pony. She cannot respect you. No.
It's like you see, for production and TV, she's great, because she's going to say more than she needs to say out there. So it's going to make great TV. Production definitely want to keep her on for two reasons. I know we have this question in the chat or whatever. So it's not just, y'all have to remember, it's not just the men keeping her. But if you want to answer that question, she got curves, baby. She got body. Okay. Men love body. Okay. They like a backyard they can play in. Okay. They like a lot of stuff. So she got body. That's one of the reasons. Men will, unfortunately, some men, I'm not going to say all, but some men will overlook a lot of factors for the attributes that women bring on the exterior. So that's one reason. But production love Saharas. They love Deonas. They love, women men and women. Let me put it like that. That's going to speak and overspeak their mind. It makes good TV. Otherwise, we just gonna kick them off when there's nothing going on. So I don't know. It is what it is. So that's why they're gonna stay up on there. But yeah, she's gonna start Xing herself off with a lot of the men if she keeps talking like this. And I don't know. I mean, she likes Eddie. We know she likes Eddie a lot. And that, sometimes when you like somebody, you start being nastier to other people just because you already got somebody in mind, and in this kind of setting, they're all talking to each other. So you don't want the other one to be like, oh, well, she's did this. We're going to have this issue coming up a little later on in this episode, but oh, this person was like this with me. Oh. So it's a walking a fine line here, but you don't have to be nasty to people. I just feel like you really don't have to be nasty. You could be firm.
Or just or just unkind. I think it was unkind to have selected your horse before he even got there. It kind of like you're totally in control of everything the whole way through. I was like, girl, let him get there. And she could have gently said, hey, I've ridden before. Have you ridden? She would have realized he's not as, experienced as she is. And then she could have been like, you know what? Since Goliath is the larger horse and I have more experience, let me, take on Goliath. But she really used it as a you are beneath me moment. And I didn't like that at all. Would she have done that to her top choice, Khalil? My thing is Khalil might have let it roll off his back and been like, okay, whatever. He wouldn't have taken it as a dig based on what we have seen of Khalil so far.
At least not openly or whatnot. And it's so funny, and I'm not trying to compare the two shows. I'm just comparing the two scenes because I was watching the Drewski thing earlier, and they had a horse riding or whatever. And the person he was riding a horse with was more reaffirming to him or whatever. And he's a country boy and all this stuff like that. But even that person's like, I got you. Bring your horse over here. Let's do this. Like, it's like, ma'am, you can do that. Show a softer side of you and see if they can take that lead that you want them to have. Don't force them into the position. It's not going to never work that way. If they're not a leader, they're just not a leader. You can't force a person to be that. So, her approach to me is just, it has to be refined a little bit. I think it just needs to be refined.
Yeah, don't take a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on. Our next date was Naim and Tay.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
He said, listen, I know we had that little conversation last week and all and stuff like that, but I ain't coming here knowing you, bruh. So fair game. What up, though? Because Tay is fine. And you look like you're on hard times, brother. I can take care of her.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Like, I don't know you, brother. I really don't know you. So see, the same way, some gentlemen talk about us ladies, saying one thing, doing another. Last week, Naim poured into Cisco, affirmed the brother, and now here he is on a date with the girl that Cisco was having an issue and wanted to get back in good graces. Naim got the playbook. Like, oh, there's trouble in paradise. Oh, I got a house. I got 2 businesses. Yeah, I have the 5 children. I have 3 mothers of those 5 children. But, I work. I manage everything. Come talk to me, girl. Put your feet on my lap.
Like, let's work on baby number 6, girl. How you doing? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? And she like, okay, so them 3 mother, their children are in your past, right? It's okay. I can work with this. I can work with a man. I mean, if I can work with a man with a room, I can work with a man with 5 kids, child. Oranges and apples, baby. It don't even matter. I eat all fruit. Tay. I love Tay. Tay is like, you know what? I'm out here in these streets. I ain't about to miss my husband trying to be picky out here. I ain't trying to be picky at all. She ain't trying to be picky, and she ain't got to pick her. Okay.
His first question was about corn, and it's like she said, we ain't gonna talk about that. He's like, I'm gonna put that in my pocket for later. He was, doing a real kind of poke. Let's see how far I can go. Let's be a little cheeky, and then he reeled it back in. But apparently they've been speaking because she knew he was spending time with his children. And, that's why I guess they had to schedule the date for now. And yeah, she was comfortable. She's at home, no shoes. And, we learned the first time we met Naim that, he liked to observe the feet. Okay.
That man been watching Boomerang. Where's Seaway? We got to get it. Man been watching Boomerang, okay? He was like a woman that take care of her feet can take care of her kids, okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. So when I give you a baby, I know it's going to be taken care of. Yeah, no, some men do really have some foot fetish. And child, I'll be feeling like if you got a foot fetish, mani petty on you, boo. Mani petty on you. Hook me up. But yeah, they was hitting it off. Okay. They was getting caught nice and cozy and comfortable. I said, ooh, watch out. Cisco, what's his name? Francisco Santiago. What does Seaway call him? Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Now it's about to be Santiago. It's about to be Santiago, yeah. Francisco.
His real name, last name on Instagram is Santiago, but she calls him Sebastian.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't even know. It just felt right. See? Okay, well, Francisco Sebastian Santiago, you better look out. Your boy is on your girl, okay? Your boy out here. Naim is future. Naim is the future.
Now, let's put it into context. Tay is technically on Naim, more importantly, her feet. So let's put it into context.
This is true, but Naim is future of the cast, okay? He gonna be with somebody lady. Maybe I might have to put him on somebody else because there's somebody else. That's Drake. He Drake. Naim is Drake because Drake gonna try to be with somebody girl. Now we'll see if his attitude stayed like Drake. He might be future on the low though because I'm feeling more future vibes than Drake because he's not giving me a kiss and tell type person. So I'm feeling a little more future vibes, but we gonna see how he maneuvers later on as it gets a little more deeper with Tay. And him and Frisco have to speak.
Because he ain't mentioned nothing about, I talked to, Cisco, nothing. He ain't mentioned even in his confessionals. He just like, I don't know the brother, but I'm in here.
Sorry to that man.
I love it though. I'm sorry. I love it. It was a smooth, I'm gonna get your girl, and you ain't even gonna know.
Sean, you a fool for this. If you present it well, you can pass it as yours, okay? Because as in the words of Dr. Dre, okay, who likes to put his drums at the very end of somebody else's thing and put his stamp on it, baby. Once I put these drums on this beat, it is mine. She said, once I put your food on this plate, I have made it. I presented it to you on a plate.
She bought it with her hard-earned money, so it's hers.
It's hers. It's hers now. And that's that on that.
And he don't mind eating. Probably even off her feet. Okay?
Too much. Now we're just doing too much now. I know I should be a foot model. Where is Naim? How much he want to pay for these pictures? Make a little third. I might be too tired. Y'all gonna see me doing too many things. I'm gonna be foot modeling.
All I gotta say is if you got your toes out in Philly, watch out.
It's gonna be hot too. It might be out. Come find me. Talking about hot. It was pretty hot in this room, okay? Because people had to get down to the nude of it. They just had to get all the way naked. All right. Shanice decided that she was going to introduce us all to her world. So it made a little sense on why she was chasing around Fritz. Okay, because we've come to figure out Fritz is a bit of a voyeur, though I don't think he knows the terminology for it yet. You know what I'm saying? That's why he probably curious, because he just want to see what's going on over there. Okay, and Shanice is a bit of a nudist, so she likes to be seen. So I can see this working out for them a bit. I can see it working out for them a bit. Okay, she likes to be seen. Child, she even told the women, "Hell, y'all see me too." I said, "Oh damn."
And we've known each other how long? How many weeks?
Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Shanice is a woman of my own heart because she has the same belief I had growing up. Clothes is overrated. I'm not gonna hold y'all, okay, until I get cold. Then they are my best friend. I don't like being cold. If y'all put me on a tropical island, I might be Shanice running around in the nude. Child, Adam and Eve was in the nude, and it's their fault. We would all still been in the nude, but they wanted to eat off the fruit that was forbidden. Now we all know we have to wear clothes. See what they did? See what they did? Y'all blame them, not Shanice, okay? Y'all blame them, not Shanice.
She turning it biblical. I hear you. I hear you.
Shanice says she gonna walk this earth the way she came into it, okay? She didn't come in with clothes, baby. she ain't gonna leave with them either. All right. So what's the point? But she be buying some nice clothes. So I don't know why she don't want to show her fashion. She be wearing some good stuff when she do put it on. Woo. Woo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fritz was big mad when he saw the scene. But then again, he just saw the scene. So he probably was okay. He was probably big mad that the camera's blocked out. Now this makes me want to question. The ladies have seen her. Now, what other men? She said this was the first man that's seen this side of her, but I don't know. Was this the last?
She also said she was kind of pushing the envelope. She said she doesn't think many of the other men would handle this very well. So I was interested to find out, how did she think the other men would handle this?
I'm a start at Sea Golden. I got you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, what? How you think the other men gonna handle it?
Now, she did open up that robe. Another Boomerang reference. She opened up that robe like Robin Givens opened up that trench coat when she came over, because she knew she was wrong.
My guess. And if you ain't watched the movie, I'm not quoting Robin Givens in that moment. Okay, so you just need to watch the movie.
So, hey, she was like, "Hey, can you handle this? How would you behave?" And he is the perfect one, because when she met him, he took his shirt off. So she probably thought he was a nudist as well. She probably thought he would be open to this. Hey, if you're ready to take your shirt off on first meeting, I'm guessing you're ready to take everything off on the second meeting. So I don't think Shanice was wrong. And as they keep saying, you're on your own journey. And I ain't mad at her. She's like, hey, I'm going to let you see this body. You blur out what you want to, and I'm going to keep it pushing.
Listen, I'm all for your comfort levels, you know what I'm saying? Because I really don't. I just been probably many people at the beach on photo shoots. Watch me change in the middle. I will do it. I will change in the middle of the beach and just be waving at you like, hi. Oh, your kid is out. Let me cover up a little something then. Shoot. Yo bad. Yo bad for having your kid here. I thought we was going to have a little closed off shoot, but obviously we're not. Okay. But yeah. So I got a question in the chat. Felicia H wants to know, because she is a nudist, does that mean she's not ready to love?
No, that's not what that means. That just means that she needs to find someone who's willing to go to nudist colonies with her and who embraces their, nudity as well. That's all it means. And I think Cisco might be one of those, because he's ready to take his shirt off. And he was not thrown off by this date. So I think she is definitely ready to love. Ready to love on who? I don't know. And if somebody's ready to love on her, I don't know.
Then we also got to remember Cisco is the one who had sex at the beach, a public beach, in front of people or whatever and stuff or in front of people. So it's just like she's thinking in her mind, this man is okay with certain things and lifestyles. I can do this with him. I can share this with him. So I agree. It does not mean that you're not ready to love. Just everybody is not going to be ready for you. That's the thing. It's the same thing with Fritz and the polycurious thing. And let me give you a better example. Marvin and his polycurious, and he ain't even polycurious, his poly lifestyle or whatever and stuff like that. Marvin found his person after the show. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they still together. I haven't did no checkup on him, but he found his person after the show who is okay with it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you're comfortable in your own skin and what you do, and you're okay with sharing that and knowing that everybody is not for that, you're in a space that you're ready to love, because you're in a space to be open enough to say, this is me and I accept me, and do you accept me too? So I'm not going to say that she's not ready to love because her life is to choose not to have clothes on. Listen, clothes, like my nephew might be on his way too, because child, when he could take them shoes off, he like, let's take them off. Let's go. I don't want the shoes on. I'm hot. My feet want to touch ground. Okay. He going to be one of them barefoot kids. I'm just saying
I just need to know if Cisco provided any support in his left hand while he drew in his right hand. Okay. Did Cisco kind of, hold it, while he's, writing on it? Because it's kind of hard to write on something freestyle if you're not holding it in the other hand.
No. When you're a good artist, you can do it. But he did have he did hold base so he don't fall over. So he did have a little hand on the hip or something at times. I seen a little hand on the hip. Now, MD, I'm confused by your thing. You said he went full nude, which is wild. He kept his shorts on.
She.
Oh, it's supposed to be she. Oh, I see the correction afterwards. Okay, yeah. Nah, well, she's comfortable. I didn't expect him, especially if there's a bunch of male cameramans around or whatever. I don't expect him to go, because unless he's an actual nudist himself, most men is not going to do that around a bunch of other men or whatever. You have to be very comfortable as a man. It's a different thing. Like, I'm speaking for myself. It's a different thing. I'll say you can make the face, but a lot of men is not really comfortable with other men.
I would give you that, but Cisco has been in the bodybuilding world. I wouldn't think that of him.
Bodybuilding, we're not going full nude.
But he could have been in his Speedo. I mean,
he could have been in Speedo, but why would I be in my Speedo when I could be comfortable? When I can let my thing hang, I can let these breathe. You know what I'm saying?
See, if I'm letting all mine hang out, I am not letting you keep yours under wraps. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have opened the robe unless he showed a little more. But that's all on Shanice.
First of all, they had the robes coming out from different rooms. He probably didn't think that she was going to be all the way bare skin up under that thing. He didn't think she was going to be bare skin rug up under that thing. Okay. He probably thought she was going to have a little bikini or something on himself. Like, okay. Now, eventually he could have came out of it, but I don't know. Maybe the room was cold. I was trying to see if it was something packing, something warming up in there. I ain't really getting it. I was like, cameraman, come this way. Come to the front.
It's a draft. It's a draft.
Come to the front. It was cold that night.
Oh, golly.
Nah, I don't. I respect that he was in his shorts, because he has to remember you still got other options too. The last thing you want your other options to know is that you went full nude.
but wait a minute. It'll be okay. I guess he painted with a brush, her top half, but then he was finger painting on her thighs. Now, that part was a little too intimate for me. I was like, ooh.
What's a good artist if you don't get a little paint on your hands? And place a hand here and a hand here.
I was like, where did that squiggly line go?
He was like, I got to get the paint off my finger. I don't. Let me wipe that on you. I don't like paint on my hands.
No, Jay, that was a very deliberate stroke. Okay. And I use that word deliberate. Okay.
Oh, I mean, it was an artistic stroke. It really was. Okay. Well placed.
With his hands. The thing is, a paintbrush at least is a little bit of distance. But you using your fingers and your hands, That's
You have
getting in there.
You have to fill out your canvas sometimes. You got to know what you're working on. Is it a smooth canvas? You know, you got a little gradient to it. Sometimes you got to fill out your canvas. You know, it just got to see. You got to see.
I know.
God was an artist too, and he worked great with his hands. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure. Very much so sure.
I'm pretty sure Francisco say the same thing when he's looking at Shanice. He was like, God.
I bet you he kept the robe closed when he walked away. That's all I'm saying.
You got to keep readjusting. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. I'm with Sean. Listen, he was like, shoot, I did not pick this date. I'm just gonna be a good sport on it. Okay, that's all I'm gonna tell you is that I'm gonna be a good sport on it. I'm gonna participate in any activities that is thrown my way.
Thrown.
Literally. Well, you know what? At this point, Katie, you ain't never lied, child. You ain't never lied, baby. He got both of these women's, okay? Tay was like, damn, I'm gonna have to step my game up. Hold up. Now what I'm going to shoot.
She needs to ask for the footage. That's what she needed to ask for. Can I see that replay?
Ponder replay.
See that replay? Exactly what did you do in this paint? Where did he paint? Did he use a brush? Did he use his hands? Where did he use his hands? So you got to know all of those things. And Tay asking like if she didn't have her feet on Naim this week.
Okay, hurry up, girl. Not yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just like, baby, did he paint like the master? Sure enough. Can he paint with a brush? Have you ever used your brush to paint with? Which stick did you use to paint with? Can I see your painting stick, bro, guy?
That's exactly why she picked it, because she want to know, do the muscles on top mean there's muscles below? That's what I would be trying to figure out.
That's what you've been trying to figure out this whole this whole replay. You've been trying
because there's usually disappointment when there's too much muscle on top.
Not fastballs, curveballs, haymakers, doing all of these. You know what? You keep saying too much muscle. He don't have that much muscle on top for me to question the below. But you know what I'm saying? I've seen crazier things. You know what I'm saying? People just all kind of packages come all kind of ways, child. So when they really, really like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but bulky and all that stuff, then I'd be like,
well, he used to be in his bodybuilding photos. That's my question.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, nowadays they can just implant anything anywhere. So they all have options, you know. Paying off those bills might be the reason why we in the room. No, let me stop.
Maybe that's another source of income. He can be a nude model for art class.
Right. That is a great one for him. Child, I'm not about to play with you. I am not about to play with you. You know you can't feed strays. I'm living proof. I got two of them now. I felt bad. They got a house in the front. That's the crazy part. They got a house in the front. However, they're here every day. Trying to get in. They trying to get in at this point. Child. Oh, Lord. All right, let me get to the next slide. Okay, hold on, y'all.
Hold on, checking the back.
No. Calm down. See. Obviously, the privacy of the group chat is not so private anymore. No, okay, I don't want to hear your stuff. I don't want to hear it. Goodbye.
Well, never mind. You know what? I don't care. Way. I down.
It's Seaway's world.
Way. You know what? I don't care. Way. So negative becomes the negative. Bye way. Get a +1. Because you'd be a secondary. You'd be a channel. Bye. A kid of Kojo's channel. You will have your own shit. You will be the baby. A son. Let's go. Bye way.
No, I gotta really find a shortcut of adding us back on at one time. It gotta be a way. I'm gonna figure it out. Y'all know I need a tech person. Hey Seaway, how you doing today?
I'm late, but I was worth the wait. I don't know how I saw you on YouTube before I saw the group chat. Shout out to Kamisha. Shout out to Kamisha. How y'all doing?
We are good, girl. We are good. We try to bypass chat. I had to have a holy moment before this live started.
Not a holy moment.
I had to bless a few things before the live started. So I can get it out and be cordial. So I'm good now. Okay,
well, you want to tell me later? I look forward to it.
Not in a Sahara way.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell us how you feel about this scene real quick.
I mean, can y'all hear me? Because my StreamYard is acting stupid. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Please let me know if you can't. Well, Shanice being a nudist is quite interesting. I guess it kind of gave that with her outfit choices. But the fact that she tried to get Francisco with her nudist behavior was really interesting. I think Francisco was between a rock and a hard place, I guess literally. Because what was he supposed to do? I mean, was he supposed to say no to the date? I don't really know what he's supposed to do, but she really put him in a bad situation. At least he had his clothes on. At least he had his clothes on for the most part. It was a cute date, but I don't even know what to think. I don't know who to be mad at. All I know is he should have told Tay right after they had that cute little date at the dinner table. If he didn't want to break it to at the dinner table and they little walk to the car, he should have told her before you let another woman tell your girl anything, that y'all had a little date down to the nudity of it all with the finger painting. That's my thought. I mean, I'm trying not to not body shame, but slut shame or anything about her, her decision to do that. It wouldn't have been my cup of tea at all, but apparently this is just what she does. So I'm going to try to leave that where it's at. But it was a very interesting choice. Okay. So, and it's not letting me mute, so I'm just going to be quiet when I can't talk. So yeah.
Well, what I said before was I figured he would be the best one since he was ready to take his shirt off on the first meeting. So Shanice probably is like, oh, he took his shirt off. So he might be a nudist like me. So he would have been the right choice.
Did you mute her, Sid, or not? Or you was able to mute? You able to mute yourself? Okay,
yeah,
so I was like, you could just be unmuted
I may just leave it on because it's glitching. Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say if it's us that do it, we won't be able to. You might just stay off mute because we won't know when you're ready to speak, and you won't be able to click it if it's acting up. So go ahead. You was gonna say anything else? See what?
What I was saying for them? But I agree with LC. Yeah, she probably thought that he was the best one for the date. But all I think about is, I don't know, it's just inappropriate. But you know how I feel. I'm a little when it comes to all of this stuff. So I'm to be mindful that not everybody, thinks like me. So
yeah. Well, they had a good date though. It worked out at the end. I didn't see no kiss exchange, but he got a nice hug. Nice. It was funny though. I watched that hug too because his lower half was a little poked out a little bit. I was like, you didn't go in for the little let's show her what you working with hug. Yeah, okay.
He was trying to stay out of trouble. That whole time he couldn't even enjoy that date because he was like, the whole time I'm finna be in trouble.
And still in trouble because we found out later on that he didn't tell his other option.
Okay, so I know we haven't got right there yet, but do you? I might need some healing because I don't know if I would tell. Oh no!
When we get there, we'll ask the question. Do you tell her, or do you let her find out and let the other woman?
The
narrative.
I don't know. I'm in a pickle. I'm in a pickle of it, or whatever stuff like that. It's like I don't want you to be surprised, but I'm not trying to overshare all of my stuff with you either to make you confused on it. You think it's something more than it is too, if I'm not really sure. So I don't know. I'm in a pickle on it for myself.
I mean, do you? Oh, here's my thing, Jay, and I don't know if you agree to this, but my thing is.
Wait, slow down. It's breaking up. You're breaking up.
Still,
you were going good, and then it started breaking up.
Okay. If it's something that you're shielding my heart, that you know you could take it to the grave, and I may not ever know, and you know I may not need to know, then you know it's up to your discretion. Take it to the grave or don't. You know that's up to you and your conscience. But if you know that somebody's gonna tell me anyway, and it's on national TV, I need you to tell me before you let her tell me. Now, Shanice did say it in a respectful way, and I don't think she was trying to throw it in her face. So I don't really have any smoke for Shanice. She definitely didn't do it in a poor way.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, if it's going to be found out anyway, it always behooves you to just give the heads up. Like I had a date. It was a different type of date. Wasn't prepared for it. Went along with it. But you know, going forward, I don't think that's the type of date I would like to participate in. I want to give you the heads up. Something like that.
So we know that he didn't tell her on the date that he was with her, but her not being as surprised in the lounge gave me, there might have been some conversation.
You think he gave her like we were body painting? I don't think she knew they were nude though.
I don't think he gave her all the detail. I don't think he gave her deep details, but I don't think she didn't know, because she didn't come off like say what now or what not. Her no, some of her didn't come off say what now. It didn't come off to me and say what now, because I would expect a little bit more smoke from her. Even like a sidebar is like, oh, I didn't know nothing about this. We didn't get none of that confessional. And generally we do. She was smiling and stuff until she took her big gulp of wine. But when she found out Shanice was fully naked, that's the part I know he left out. I think he definitely left out that part, that Shanice was fully naked. But I think he told some of the date. And I'm with you too, not Elsie, but C-Way. I am definitely, if it's sitting on me and I feel some type of guilt or something about it, I'm gonna tell you. But I don't know. I do agree too. Like, I guess if somebody else is gonna tell the story, I need to tell you something. But it's like, how much do I tell you?
Because he didn't look comfortable.
He didn't.
Do I tell you that Naim came to my house and I had my feet on him?
See what I'm saying? See? We all in this together. We all on our journey. Now, if she had told him about her date with Naim, then I expect him to return or whatever and stuff like that. And I'm not saying she had to say something first. I just feel like if one of them started that conversation on the date, the other should have obliged, like, hey, I had this date too. But if we agree that we're not talking about our dates outside of each other, then that's a whole different thing too. So I don't know what their agreement is. It could depend on what they agree.
Did you find that date with Naim to be inappropriate, or how did you guys feel about that date?
I find it inappropriate.
Ain't nobody claimed. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Don't confide in Naim. You see why he got fat kids. Every time he's on my screen, I see why he got fat kids. I'm not gonna
That's what all the chat said earlier.
Yeah. Oh, y'all was saying that. I mean, Naim's a handsome man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. He's a handsome man, and more than that, he got a lot of swag to him. Like that little Hotep swag. If you ain't got your mind right, if you ain't got your mind right, or if you didn't have a dad in your life that's gonna keep you straight, I can easily see how Naim will get you in his traps. I can see it. He know how to talk to you. He know how to look at you. He got a little ponytail. That's the ponytail David should have been going for. That's a very neat ponytail. He has a very neat ponytail. It's a problem.
Mm-hmm. You know, I know y'all like to underestimate men a lot of times, but they got a little power sometimes on that area. You know, some men do naturally have some talent with that, so, and then like we were saying earlier, he comes from the bodybuilding world, so you start to just think about other stuff going on at that time.
Sean said I'm a sucker for a hotel. No, Dr. Umar on timeout with me because y'all know I don't play about these kids. So unfortunately,
about that one.
me and Dr. Umar and I, we got to part ways temporarily because until he do right by that baby, I really can't entertain a man at this point, at this juncture. So
it's the Hotep Clark Kent glasses for me.
I mean, them Hotep glasses, they're kind of cute. But you know another thing, and I'm not a man, right? But another thing to me, the men can check in, maybe Sean can check in, whoever's in the comments. I feel like the stuff that really gets a man going is the excitement, the chase, the this and that. If you just open up your robe and I just see titties, booty, and coochie wah wah wah, I guess I'm interested, but I wonder if it took some of the like, you know what I mean? Like you didn't work for that. She just opened it up. I wonder if it kind of ruined it for him.
It could make
Sean can check in. Yeah, y'all check in. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not about to deal with you both this morning, put you both on time. But yeah, it could for some men. I don't think it would for Fritz, but but some men are not impressed by all that. Some men are not turned on by just a naked person in the room. You know what I'm saying? You have some men that like going to the strip club because they are visual and they like to see the nudity of it all. And some men don't. They go for the chicken and the wings, the chicken and the fries, you know what I'm saying? They just in there and they don't care less about the women that's going around. They don't be moved by it. So like they said in the chat, it depends on the man.
It could be the cameras around. It could be also we're still public. We're just seeing the two of them, but there's a crew in there with them. So that too could damper the mood or damper, any excitement there is. And then he, as Jay said, he's in bodybuilding. He's displayed his body before. It may not be something that excites him in that regard.
Yeah. And like Sean's saying, he on the reserve side. So you got some men that's on the reserve. You got some men that are just private. They don't like all of their business or their ladies' business all out there. You know what I'm saying? They might like aesthetically pleasing lady, but they don't like a lot of men looking at their lady. Some people are not Kanye West. Kanye wants.
He gives me that I think he likes a good girl. I think that's what he gives me. He likes a good girl, a reserved girl. The fact that Tay is who he's interested in kind of tells me, one, he could be searching for a paycheck, but can I say, have y'all got to him and Tay yet, or that's later?
No,
later.
Okay, I'll save that statement. Okay, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, the woman in the street, freaking the sheets type girl, probably.
Yeah, but it's giving me wants to keep stuff quiet so he could, play around in the dark,
Everybody just don't play around in the dark. Some people just like to be quiet. Elle said, "Keep your darkness out of here, okay?" We're in the land of the light. That was last night's live. We didn't do that one.
She said no dinner, all dessert. Wait, I meant to say this. I'm dead that Katie just now figuring out that my intro was a drag session.
Katie was like, "When this happened?"
Katie like, "You didn't know that? That's the running joke."
Child, it was a whole thing for a minute, child.
It was a whole drag session. But you know what, Katie? That's when you turn negativity into inspiration. Because after that, I said, "Look, let me go get my own ish, okay?" And so now I have my own ish on top of a lot of other stuff.
Ish is doing very well, okay?
It's doing very well. So sometimes you got to take someone's negativity and turn it into a little positivity. And now
what Candy say? Take their lemons and make a lemon tree.
Exactly. And I don't take myself too seriously. So, if you do a little cute little drag, I'll laugh at it. Ain't no problem to me. So yeah,
amen to this, Sean. That's why people can't live with me, because for sure gonna be that. Like, the sad part is, like, I think my little family is a little bit of nudist in the house. My whole family, child. You go to they personal space, they don't care. Like, hey, you here, so you can go home. You can go home if you don't like what you see. But you in my space, you gonna get this. Yeah, I'm comfortable. Okay. So I don't know. We got a little
That's so
problem.
funny. My friends who be doing that, they be changing. Like when we in the hotel room, they be like, Christian, a Seaway. Let me just say my name. Seaway's approved, so I have to put my titties up. She doesn't want me walking around naked. I'm like, dang.
I know. See, I ain't gonna hold you because Seaway went to her whole hotel room. She's like, "I'll be right back." And granted, we was right next door, but she like, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna go change." And like, girl, ain't nobody trying to see you. And meanwhile, I'm like, "Okay, girl."
Titties just flying.
I wish I had some titties to fly.
Not wait, pin this comment that y'all just said. Well, I see so silly. That's right. So Seaway birthed her TikTok son, and now she's thriving. Exactly. I'm doing pretty.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Plain.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yes. Yes, we're doing good over here. All right, moving on to Rose and Hussein. Hussein was on some dates this week, okay? So was Rose. So, these two was busybodies this week, okay? Child, I guess the other footage, they was like, we're just gonna cut them out because people crazy.
Hey, Plain. Question.
Mhm.
Is it just me, or does Rose look like 10 different people depending on the hairstyle?
She do.
I mean, 10, and when I tell you 10 different people, 10 different ages, like I'm like actually confused. Even my husband was like, "Is that the same person?" I'm like, "Yes, that's the same She don't be looking the same."
What's that lyric? Who got that lyric? Is it Nicki Minaj or Cardi? I don't know which one it is. They be
One of
talking
them.
about I just change wigs and give them a new person. You ain't got to cheat on me. Child, she could go undercover if she wants to. Right.
Now we understand.
Exactly,
Rose is like Mystique from Exit. Yeah. Katie, she do be giving civil rights leaders. She definitely do. But not with this look that you see in front of you. She doesn't give that. She looks very different no matter. And I don't know. Like she looks, some days she looks 30. The other day she looked 40 some, 40 plus. Other days she just looks different. I don't, it's very different to me how she looks so different every episode.
We've known he's had a child already. I'm not sure. I don't know because he's been mentioning since he stepped on the
he's
scene.
talking about no, but in that date, Jay, she made a very strange comment that I was going to ask y'all about. She said, "I know you want a kid of your own," and he didn't correct her. So I was like, didn't y'all hear that?
I missed it.
She was like, "I know you want a
did
kid on your own." Yeah,
Was it the date with him or with Fritz?
I thought that was with Fritz.
It was with Hussein.
I'm gonna go check real quick, but y'all go ahead. I'm gonna check real quick.
Yeah, you see, Rana saw it. Yeah, it was. She was sitting at the table when she was doing her daily "I'm willing to try" speech with every man that she goes on a date with, and she was saying, "Oh yeah, I know that you want a kid of your own," and I was like, "Huh? Don't he got a baby over there in Indiana or Ohio?"
Question though, I'm looking right now, but did y'all see her mouth saying it coming out of her mouth?
Yeah, she said it.
Okay, I'm looking right now. Give me a second. Y'all go ahead and talk about these two while I check it out.
Hey JMF, we appreciate you. Hey Monique. Yeah, I was confused by that, and then he never corrected her, so I was like, okay. But while she's looking for that, I definitely will say, and I know you'll probably get to her and Fritz, but I can tell you that Rose lost me this episode. I really liked her energy with Hussein. I thought they had a nice conversation, but as we'll get to when she got to Fritz, but that's where she found me and then she lost me. She dropped me off and she never picked me back up. I definitely didn't mind the conversation. Her and Hussein, they actually seemed very, very well matched. They had a really, really good vibe. And so I enjoyed their date. What do you think, Elsid?
I think that they, were on a fine line of trauma bonding since they both were either in foster care or in a group home, as Hussein said he was. He was age of 13 and she was prior to that. So,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Miss Elsa was raised in a wonderful, wonderful foster home and foster family. So that's why now I'm looking at Hussein a little bit different. And he said it did cause a strain between him and his mother, and he has to be forgiving. So I would like to know that part of his journey. Like, has he forgiven what has transpired?
Y'all right. That's so weird. Because he just sat there through it too. I don't know if I can pull it up if y'all want to see it, but
And
that is so weird.
not Miss Fast Forward caught something because y'all normally be catching everything.
I told you this thing kept freezing on me, so I had to try to jump to spots. So I remember them having this conversation because I know she like you said, she lost me on this episode with this whole baby thing and asking everybody about having a baby and adopting and all that, and then we'll get to it when we get to Fritz and stuff. But I heard the conversation, but it was a lot going on when I was trying to watch it, so it didn't.
Yes.
It didn't dawn on me.
So I didn't know if she meant like have a kid on your own with her, like have a kid together. But when she said have a kid of your own, it almost implied that he didn't have one. So I was like, maybe she meant have a kid with his wife, like have your own. I don't know.
I think that's what she means by it because the rest of the conversation has it as it goes. But she still doesn't make no sense at the same time because it's like, all right, we're going to talk about her and this whole Fritz thing at the same time right now because this was just frustrating me. You don't want a surrogate, but you're willing to adopt. But you're asking Hussein if he will have a kid on his own. If he can't have a kid on his own, would you adopt or whatever? So it's like, what are you talking about, man? Because a surrogate and adoption is pretty much the same thing. Somebody else is carrying. Now, I understand if you say you don't want nobody else carrying your egg or nothing like that. That's a whole different thing. But somebody else is carrying this child, and it's still going to be a different bond than what you have with the child, ma'am. So that's what was throwing me off with her and Fritz. It's like, just say you don't like Fritz or whatever and stuff. That would be a better thing than sitting here trying to make this crazy thing about him not having a surrogate and you would adopt or whatever, because there's a bond there that is going to be there. It's like if you adopt, there was a bond there with somebody else too.
I think I understand
it almost gave me like, how like people. Go ahead, Elsa.
I think I understand her point. I'm not in agreement with her point, but I think it's if her egg is used, if her husband's egg sperm is used. My thing is, for her, it's like somebody else is bonding with my DNA child. And since she has already, as she said, had a kid, she understands that bond. But I agree with you, Jay. If the adoption, technically, that child has bonded with someone else. So is she disassociating like DNA versus someone else's complete DNA? Is where I'm kind of placing it in my basket of thinking. But I don't agree with her. It's kind of like, however this child, your child, comes into the world as a blessing. So if that is an option to discuss with your person, you want him open to adoption, but you are not open to surrogacy. Where's the compromise in the relationship? Go Seaway.
Yeah, I thought it was completely bizarre. I have a couple problems. One, you're basically putting your biological child over your adopted child that's not even here. And so if you're going to differentiate between your biological child and your adopted child, then you shouldn't be adopting anyone. And that's why a lot of people have an issue with adoption, because adoption is not a consolation prize. And these kids shouldn't be treated like consolation prizes. And that's what I got from it. And number two, like what Sid said, if you're struggling with miscarriages, which a lot of women go through, there's, that's a normal experience. And I'm glad that she was talking about that and kind of said that, hey, that's something I've dealt with. I just want to get this out the way because I don't want to be fighting about this. I did find it very odd that there was such a line drawn as surrogacy, but you want a husband to be open. Very odd to me. I thought that was very strange. Now, I've never carried a child, so I don't know, but I have, autoimmune disease, And so look, if somebody wanted to carry 1, 2, 3 for me, sign me up. How much I gotta pay? I would appreciate it. You know, especially if I know I had issues, if I was end up struggling. So I don't know. I thought it was bizarre, and her conversation with Fritz felt very aggressive. I don't
Repeat
like to
your
use that word.
repeat your
But I
last
can
thing
find
right
another
after
one.
repeat your last thing right after her conversation with Fritz, because you went out right there.
Oh, I said her conversation with Fritz was very jarring. It was very, very jarring. It was odd, and I hadn't seen that side of Rose, and I was most put off talking about having kids with this little troll man. I was like, why are we even having a conversation with Fritz to
I think
begin
you need
with?
to set your phone down
It
somewhere
was
because
weird.
you
Y'all
you
talking
kind
about
of
Deanna already?
you kind of digitizing just a little bit, so you at the end again.
I'm gonna move out of here. Y'all keep going.
Okay, so let me try to see if I can make sense while putting both of the conversations together, because that's the way I'm gonna make sense of the first thing that Rose got going on. As far as this, what part of it I was trying to make sense of? Her asking Hussein about the kid situation. Being that she, like she said, she's had miscarriages before. I'm a person that has miscarriages and struggled through some pregnancies. I struggled through the pregnancy with my daughter. Being that I understand her on that question a little bit now that when you hear her talk to Fritz, you understand her more on that question. So it does sound like if we can't have natural kids together, more so that way, that she might know that, she still worded it wrong or whatever in the conversation, but I think they were more than likely having a conversation of having more kids and having them together or whatever, saying, I know you want them of kids of your own. I think that's where she was going with that. Not saying that he does not have a kid, but just saying that you want to make your own kids, but is adoption an option? You know what I'm saying? So for her, it's like, can we adopt? Of course, Hussein and her both have gone through the background of foster care and different stuff like that. So, I do feel that they both would say yes to that, but they're still both dealing with some parental issues because both of them ended up back with their parents at some point. You know what I'm saying? And it actually, no, because she ended back with hers, and Hussein, he says, man, that's what the struggle with him and his mom. So they both ended up still talking to their parents.
He said he was from 13 till college.
Till college, yes, but he still talks to his mom. That's what I mean by back with his mom. So, because that's why he's saying there's still some disruption there or whatever. And she said she was back with her and her siblings. I wonder how many siblings she got, because she was like, all of us end up back with our parents and things and stuff. So there's still some struggles that need to be dealt with on both ends, because right now it's giving me a little bit of trauma bond more than anything. It's like, oh, we bonded off the trauma that we experienced as a child. This is great. Yeah, no, ma'am, y'all need to work on some of them issues, especially Hussein, because he's still going through his more so than she is. To me, she could still be going through some stuff, but he's definitely dealing with the issues of his parent. Because remember in the first episode, we heard him say that he was kind of having some issues with the family and all that stuff. He was like the outcast. He's the one who was taking over like some family business with the brother that passed. Is it him, or was that somebody else? Who is trying to get into this room and why? I can't have privacy with fur kids, but child, hold on. Okay, because obviously.
Is that the cat?
Yes.
Somebody, trying to get in.
Come on. This is my little attachment. This is my little latchkey baby here.
Not the banging at the door.
Well, a latchkey child wouldn't need to bang at the door. They'd have their key.
Oh, no. This one has to, because I ain't giving him a key. Come on. This one's attached to his mama hip. Now he won't go back out. See, he gonna get on my nerves.
I thought that was the point of cats. They're supposed to leave you alone.
Not this one, child. Not this one, especially because I got the other two new ones, because he be over here wanting his time.
Child, you doing it all wrong.
No, they leave you alone. They don't. They don't.
I don't know why y'all think cats are like that. They like that. They have their independent sides, but they definitely like to be loved on.
Yes.
They not as maintenance as dogs. Like I don't have to walk and do all of those type of things, but they definitely got their moments where they're gonna be all in your space
They said they refuting these allegations, okay?
The one thing I like with this episode in all of this, including the whole Rose and Fritz, is that when, just like Hussein said with Deona, it's like, well, I don't think we're compatible. I'm liking people who are saying, whether it's this topic or another, we are not compatible on this issue, and it's kind of like we could go along our merry way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They did definitely agree to disagree and go on about their business and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm not mad at it. This is the respectful side of Philly, okay? Because we don't get this in other places. They be like, you don't agree with me? I can't believe you. Like, okay. But yeah, I just didn't. But with these two, I just didn't understand the difference, Rose. You just lost me, sweets, because I was just like, babe. And I get, so this is the only thing I can understand of it. And she watched a little bit too many movies, okay? Because unless you're not paying for your surrogate, you're actually paying for somebody, and you want to pay for a surrogate who has done this a few times, and you're not watching, what is it, Easily Broken or whatever that movie with Morris Chestnut and Regina Hall, where they have somebody carry their child and the person try to run off with it. You don't get you a new person, you get you an established surrogate who has done it a few times because they know how to separate themselves from that child. Okay, from
Bless
your DNA.
them. Bless the surrogates. It is not something I can envision doing myself. I've had children, and I know that couldn't be how I help someone expand their family. So yeah. All the surrogates, that takes a big heart.
That's a big heart. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, they'll say, bless them for being able to do it. Because yes, I do understand there is a bond. I had a bond with my baby, of course, because it's my baby. Now, if I was put into a position to carry somebody else's baby, I would have to go through some things, whatever, sometime. But some days I could probably be like, here. But my thing is, I ain't trying to carry nobody else's baby. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be a special type of person to be able to do it. And I'm not her. I'm not her. Now, because I'm gonna have to be godmommy, auntie. I'm gonna have to be in that baby life.
No, I wouldn't be able to be. No, I wouldn't be able to be in that child's life. I would have to completely distance myself because I would still be holding on to that's my child. And I don't want to ever put that, behavior around that family. I would have to completely cut off.
Now that's one
thing. Let them find me when they're 18 if they want, but I would have to completely cut off.
That's one thing I can do is separate. It'd be like, yeah, baby, I'll just push you out for them. Go over there to your mama. I'm auntie. And go over there to your mama. I ain't got time to raise you. Go over there to your mama. You good. You good. I'm in a different space now too, so I can't even have them in. So there's that. But also, when I was in that space, I would already know I was not that person to be able to do it. So I do get her on that part of it. But when you're actually paying people who have been doing this for some time, they just go ahead and hand you the baby like it was nothing and go on about their business. Child, Candy and Shamia over at Housewives done use the same lady.
They don't want that baby. They do not want that baby. They don't want that baby.
And that lady got a whole bunch of her own.
That as their baby. Yeah.
Yeah. And she got a whole bunch of her own. So it's like you just know you have to really just vet out your surrogate. That's all it is. You just got to really go through it. And it's still a process like adoption. You vetting out the kid that you want that's going to fit you, So with Rose, I just didn't understand what was going on here. Because it was like,
I think it's the venom in which she said it with, or I received it as, because it's like, I could understand you saying, I prefer to adopt since there's so many children out here that, needs a home, need love. But it was the venom of, I don't want nobody else carrying my child. I think that was it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it almost felt like she kind of put down the whole process. I just thought it was a little odd. But, even the whole conversation, I'm just like, okay, girl. Every day we gonna talk about, we gonna try. We gonna do it. We gonna try. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Okay, girl, you're gonna try, but it sounds like you've been trying a lot already, and it's just not going. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen because listen, me and Rose have both carried miracle babies somehow. You know what I'm saying? So it can't work, but it might not. It sounded like 9 times out of 10 it's not. So I don't know how much stress you want to put on yourself outside of the fun of trying to make it, because it does add a lot of pressure when you're intentionally trying to make a baby or whatever. And if you need an example, look at Dr. Greg and Sweet Tea over there, Married to Medicine, because now she's put herself in a position where she's trying to intentionally make a baby and she's struggling. So it's like a lot more pressure
Oh,
when you
she
get over
still
there.
hasn't had that. She still doesn't have a baby, do she? But
No,
he got them old swimmers though. Y'all be
it's
acting like
not.
these
It's
old
not even
swimmers.
on him though.
It ain't his old swimmers.
No, it's her. She got some stuff going on inside of her that she got to get fixed first too, because she got polyps and all kind of things going on up in there
Oh,
right
I
now.
didn't know
So,
she had polyps. So well, prayers for her.
so
Old
yeah.
swimmers probably don't help though. But anyway.
And that stress don't help you when you're doing that, because stress creates polyps and fibroids and all that. So it's like amongst other things. So it's just like, you got to be in a calm space. Child, I'm gonna tell you now, when I wasn't planning on having a baby, that's when I got a baby.
That's always the easiest.
I had gave up. I actually gave up because trust me, it's been a few people that have claimed that they were trying to get me long before my time.
High
I was
Vibe
like,
said
child,
Dr. G should not be replicated.
he really shouldn't though. But that's neither here nor there. That lady promised that man a baby, so there it is. She better deliver. Yeah.
Are we still gifting? Oh, wow.
She slid into them DMs and said, "I'm gonna give you what Quad couldn't." That
Yeah,
lady.
and that's exactly why God don't play with people, because you over here, you don't never try to make any statements off the pain of another woman. I'm just saying. I know she didn't steal them, but I'm just all that pick me behavior. I guess I'm gonna have to say this every time I got a mic. Pick me's are the root of all evil. All that pick me behavior you will not prosper.
We're gonna have to make another little song, something or whatever that just says "Pick me's are the root of all evil." Another little video. Cause baby, yeah, that's why.
They must be stopped. I ain't never signing no man deal. I'm gonna give you that baby that woman couldn't. As another woman,
I say the same thing.
as another woman, when women struggle the way we do, never. I would never, ever, ever, ever say that. Even
That's
if it
so
ain't
real.
even complications, it could be mental. It could be a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that.
I wouldn't even. It could have just been the fact that she don't want to have a baby with that man.
Yeah, it could have been that.
For good reasons. You know what I'm saying? As we starting to see. I don't put no other woman down, because I do understand the struggles of trying to conceive a child, hold on to a child, all of the above or whatnot. So it's just, blessings to you, because when I wanted more, I couldn't. So, and that was hard to deal with too. So
people need to chill.
Yep.
Did y'all talk about Deona?
Yeah, but you can go and talk about her. I'll run it back to her.
Deona's not a very nice person. She's not a very good person, in my opinion. And I rarely say that on here, but I was like, Deona, you're a mean, unpleasant, very unpleasant, unkind person. And that's really all I wanted to say. I just wanted to say that. And I don't know what she thinks she got going, but the way that she talks about people and talks to people that she doesn't like, or she doesn't think that she's gonna like, both to Hussein and how she was cutting up into me in the ladies lounge, I'm like, 0 stars, do not recommend, not very pleasant. Yeah, she nice to Eddie, but Eddie ain't on her level, and so she should clock that T. Eddie ain't really gonna give a F like that. So
she was nice to Khalil.
People who she think is who she gonna pull, but she ain't pulling him. So she can hang that up right where she found it. Yeah. First of all, Eddie got some ambiguous BBL baddie in the wings. He don't want nobody on this show, if we're just being clear. His ambiguous BBL baddie is somewhere in the background, because ain't no way Eddie needs Ready to Love to find a got dog person. Okay, did y'all get to Eddie date
Yeah,
yet or no?
we have not got to
Okay,
Eddie
so
and them.
I'm gonna say the rest of that. But Deanna, very very nasty, very rude.
You can go ahead because Eddie is next anyway, so you can go ahead and speak.
And speaking of Eddie sit around and told Angie every single deal breaker he could think of to get out of that date. And I hope he know that look, and I normally am not in the dark arts. I usually leave that to L, Sid, and Jay. But I was watching it. I said, Eddie, I don't know if you think you low or what is going on. But you told Angie every single thing you could imagine that she didn't want to hear, so you can get out of that date. I hope you know we know that, Mr. Eddie.
Child, he was just making up stuff at some point. Yeah, if she don't cook, she don't clean, she
Spick and
don't
span house.
she don't wash the floorboards. If she don't boil the water to put the noodles in, he was sounding like Hannah.
He got a real life, so he needs someone who gonna clean. And she clocked him. She said he needs a mom. That's what he's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can't have friends. You can't have male friends. You can't have any. I said, that's interesting. You can't talk to the exes, huh? Oh wait, you could talk to yours because they not the ex, huh? Oh, okay.
Right,
yours not the ex yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Eddie. Yeah. He really put out everything. He did the whole, oh, you're wonderful as a mother. I brought a gift for you. Laid it on thick, only to light a match, and say, yeah, that's going to be an issue. I ain't feeling it. And for her to say it's not a match.
Yeah, that was his whole goal. Definitely trolling, Felicia. Definitely trolling.
Eddie is only on here to be seen at this point because, like you said, Seaway, he got somebody already. So it's like they should have did their research and found your person in the background instead of having you Facebook group accounts find all the information. Because what is happening?
It ain't like they ain't got phones. They could try to do some due diligence to figure out what Eddie got going on. But also common sense will tell you that a man that looks as good as Eddie, I'm eyeballing, looks about 6'3", 6'4", on the screen, handsome. I mean, got a good job, a good solid job at 31, mind you, which is young to have that solid of a job. And he needs to be on Ready to Love. Is that what he needs to be on? To try to link up with a whole bunch of people with kids and a couple people in their 40s.
Seemed like he got a decent conversation and stuff. Got all his teeth.
All his teeth? Come on now. That should have been everybody's red flag. What are you doing on this show?
Well, it seems like the ladies have an issue with his drinking, but we'll get to that in the later scene.
Well, no wonder that girl was drunk. She was trying to hang. I told you she a little bitty thing. She can't hang with the big dog. She got to learn her limits. Child, she was stumbling all the way. Poor little tink.
I was listening to Eddie. I'm like, Eddie, when I tell you you're not low, you're not low. I was like, it's 2025. Even if a man do want you to cook and clean and scrub the house, he ain't telling you that if he like you. Ain't no man telling you that. It's 2025. He no good. He lists every single red flag statement that he can make in one sitting to get her up out of there. I was like, Eddie, do you think we didn't clock that, Eddie?
That dude watched the Red Pill community video before he walked into this date. He was like,
and you can tell he didn't even mean it. He was just saying things.
Yeah, because it didn't make sense. After a while, I was like, where are we going with half of this? And I heard you still friends with your ex. How that? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, and I heard you want to be independent. Nope. Don't like independence.
Don't like independence.
Oh, and I heard you like to use your phone. I don't want my woman to use her phone. No, I don't think so. Let me see.
I want my woman to go to job, but I don't like the job she has. So no, can't do that.
Do you clean? Yeah, I like a house spick and span, clean dishes, food on the table. That's cool with you? Oh, okay. Come on now, Eddie. Come on now.
Eddie's just throwing things at the wall, see what it sticks. He got her though. He got her. Something sticks. She was like, I am not betraying my friends for this foolishness. I ain't got time for none of this stuff.
But how else are you supposed to get rid of a pick-me though? Like how else? Like that was honestly that was the only way he could have got rid of Angie. He had to say the craziest god dog things that he could come up with to get rid of her. To be honest,
he finally
was
found
saying,
one.
right. He was saying all kinds of crazy stuff, but finally he's like, "Oh, this is the soft tissue area. Let me poke here."
And I know somebody gonna get up there and actually fall for it. I'm glad. Look, our elevator go all the way up. I'm glad none of us we all clocked you, Eddie.
Wait, when that dude took that first sip, he was like, "Hold up, you go all of my hold up deal breakers. Hold on, let me think." Let me wet this whistle for you because I got a list. Hold up, I got a whole receipt list right here. Deal breakers.
I ain't playing with Eddie fine self. Eddie is a beautiful human. That's a beautiful human right there, but ain't nobody playing with him. Gone somewhere.
Why he gave us that CVS receipt list of deal breakers?
You wanted to see which one go hit the mark. That's what he wanted to do. Like, oh, the male best friends. Let me dig.
While he was reading them off, he was like, "Cook and clean." Okay, that ain't the one.
Okay. That didn't work. That didn't work.
I gotta dress you. No.
I ain't giving
this one gonna hit her. This one gonna get her right here. No friends. No male friends. No friends of the opposite sex. Okay.
No exes. No exes as friends.
No exes. I don't know why I feel some way, but I feel some type of way about it. And so I can't have it because it's inconveniencing you. You see how I'm doing this for you, girl. This is for you. Why you hit her with that line?
But he can be friends with his ex. Okay.
Why hit her with that? This is for you. I don't want to inconvenience you because it's going to be inconvenient.
Right. Inconveniencing you and the chores you need to do at the house. Because if you're hanging with the friends, you can't be cooking, cleaning, keeping it spick and span, and having my meal ready when I get home from my real job.
Yeah. The thing is, if Angie was 10 years younger, he would have ran through her and gave her some hell. But he was like, nah, at this point, she pushing 40. She got, I don't know what she got going on. She got a lot of stuff going on. It ain't even worth it to him. If she was a 29-year-old hot girl, he would have gave her some hell for a little bit, but he didn't want to do it. It wasn't even worth his time.
I think he would have still been on this crazy thing too, though, because I think he kind of wants somebody that's in the house, not in the streets, so they don't know what he doing out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't want you in the streets getting all the information of what they doing in the streets. So I need you in the house, not talking to nobody, no phone, no friends, no nothing. I can get you a dog or a cat, whatever you like, but that's it. That's it.
Now Sean on his Eastern type of time talk about they was valid. Sean, that ain't the point. It was valid. It could have been, but he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. He don't care about none of this stuff. He don't care. If he genuinely cared about the male exes, fine. Okay, I feel you. Fine. But he don't.
There's a way to handle it. Again, I guess that's why he's saying it's not articulated well. But it's like no male friends at all.
Because he's just throwing stuff at the wall to get rid of her. Because that's what men do. They don't want to break up with women. They want women to break up with them. That's what they prefer. So he's like, let me just say the craziest effing ish or ish that he knows was gonna bother her.
Now the valid point to what Sean is saying is that you making your best friend, your ex, your best friend.
That's weird.
That's a little weird for me, okay, and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. That's. I'm not gonna say. Some people can do it. Some people can do it. I'm not gonna hold y'all, but that's just not for everybody. And a lot of people. I don't want to talk to my ex every day. I don't. What? No. I can. I
don't think he's that strategic. I think he is. I don't think it's strategic. I think it's basic male brains who they don't like a woman. They like to try to get rid. They just start being outrageous.
Yeah, you don't need.
But here's my question. She said they tried to get together and it didn't work. I would like to know more about what is the try to get together. Did y'all go on a couple dates? It just didn't work. Are you considering that person an ex? I would like to know more of what she's saying they tried.
She said the intimacy, but I'm not saying that it's actual like physical relations and stuff like that. My thing is like. I can tell you off rip. I could tell which friends that I can possibly have an intimate relationship with or whatever and stuff like that. And I can tell you right now, yeah, no, we'll never be intimate, or whatever. That just is just not gonna work for me, and I'm not gonna do nothing right. You know what I'm saying about it? I don't have to
And
try.
you don't need to worry about the friends. It's the battalion of brothers she got that he needs to worry about. So forget the friends. You know, them brothers are going to tell her, Eddie full of crap. Sis, don't be doing it.
And it's just like, to be best friends though, it's like, how far intimate did y'all try? That's one of the other questions, you know what I'm saying? But what made you even try in the first place? That was my two questions. How far did y'all go? Because you like best friends. You want to say you're best friends now. Did y'all just try to date a couple of dates and was just like, yeah, nah, we're good? Or did y'all actually smash? Because I'm not trying to be best friend with somebody I actually smash now. I'm going to tell you now. Nah. Mm-mm. Especially if it's a male. I might be okay with a female, but that's neither here nor there. But
I don't know. It's whether the person can keep their daggone, mouth shut.
It's not even mouth shut. I just keep your pants up and your drawers and stay over there, because I don't want you to go. I don't want you. I don't. I gotta like. I've only gone back to 2 exes. One is because I couldn't remember, and the other one is because we didn't end bad. But it's just not. It was not the same, and so I have like a real firm rule that once we're done, we're done. I going back is just like, ugh. I don't know. I have a.
Yeah, I don't do that. I always tell people, my family, with the only seconds we go back for is food on a plate, not relationships at all. Once we done, we done.
Like I said, one I just forgot, and then I quickly remembered why we broke up. So I was like, what? That's why I was like, see, that's why this what you get for betraying your own damn rules. You had a rule in place, you had a policy in place. Keep that policy. I don't date people at work, and I don't go back to exes. And once we done, we done. And once I close off that window of emotions, we're good. We good. Yeah. See, that's my problem at C Golden. I be watching reruns too much. Martin be good. French Prince be good. Yeah, no. Once I close that window of emotions, it's pretty much a wrap. So if you can catch me while I'm still open, I might. It's not really a circle back. I'm just still here. I'm still here. I'm still playing. But yeah, once we're done, I got to be done. I can't come back to you no more. But yeah. She said they were besties first. That's even crazier. I wouldn't even be your bestie anymore. Listen, like, okay, we done did too much. And but that's my other problem too. And let me put this comment up there. That's what I'm saying. If we was besties in the first place, I already know we can't be intimate. I already friend zoned you. And I'm not. That's gonna be for a members live. I'll tell you this some other stuff for a members live. Y'all just put a pin in that thought, and we'll have a members live on some other things. So if you're not a member, you won't understand what's going on. But all of my members will get this secret, okay? Because there's a weird thing that I do, and I will do. But it's a whole thing.
Not Katie. Katie. Katie says she been the problem.
Not have you forgive me yet, though. Katie, you are all the way the problem, huh? You got to come back and be like, have you forgave me yet? Are we good?
We will not admit to being the problem. Don't ever.
See, that I think that's my problem too, because half of me is Leo and half of me is Virgo. So half of me be like, cut you all the way off. And half of the Leo is like, I got to finish this plate.
No.
And that's exactly why I call y'all. That's why I call y'all Leo Virgos, because there is something diabolical about the Leo Virgo connection. They need to be banned all together. They don't ever need to be combined.
What Sean say? We need to be studied. He like to say.
The Leo Virgos, I think, look, it automatically give you a little touch of a personality disorder. It be something to it. We gotta have to figure out what's going on with them. It's real.
It's definitely something. It's very. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's very real. I be questioning myself sometimes. I be like, damn, I do need to be studied.
It's like, is y'all cool? Every time I'm like, are y'all actually okay? The men are worse though. I'll take the women all day. The men though, zero stars. Do not recommend. Run the other direction.
Practitioner, what's your date?
I would understand the
people.
men more, Seaway. I have two uncles like that, and I think I kind of understand the male Leo Virgo section.
What is
but
there
yeah,
to understand? What is there to
I still
understand?
do not recommend. They're too much want to be, a free spirit, yet still like hold you accountable, but don't want to be held
tell
accountable.
you what to do. Yes.
Run your life, but don't ever turn around and tell them anything. And even if you listen, even if you do what they tell you to do, it's still not going to be satisfying. So, yeah.
Uh-oh.
I have two uncles like that.
Your people up in here, Seaway.
And guess what? One of them is in Philly.
Look, I see my
I'm gonna
sad
tell you,
nation.
Leo man is the worst.
Yeah.
So Leo Virgo man.
Any man born in August.
Psychopath.
Let's just say here, any man born in the month of August, I don't care if you're a Leo or a Virgo, I just really do not recommend that.
I don't either. And I'm one of them. I don't. I don't recommend dating the men. I've tried to date a Leo man. I was like, oh hell no. What was I thinking?
A little different.
What was I thinking? And
People
they really do act like a lion.
That.
They really expect their women to do a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, oh, you done lost your daggone mind, child.
Everything, not just some.
Practitioner said no Virgo men, period. When I say period, I try to warn my best friend. I'll never forget. I hope she ain't watching, but maybe she is. When she told me, I asked her right before she started dating this man, and I said, what is his zodiac sign? And she told me he was a Leo Virgo. That's what I call him, born in August or almost born in August. I said, please don't do it. She didn't listen. He gave her years of hell.
Yes, Leo men are something else, and they are for someone else, not me. Okay, we can be friends, but no.
Nah, I don't recommend Sag men either because they got a little cheating problem. But I mean, if you could deal with that, you could deal with them. But if you can't deal with that, then don't deal with them.
Or Sag women that act like men.
And then a lot of the Sag women do act like men. Not that we have that problem. Yes, we do.
No. The ones that literally dressed and act like men. You might wanna.
Oh, well, I don't know about
them too because they got the same problem as the men.
Oh, okay.
They got a little cheating problem too.
I don't know if I've seen those. Okay, well, yeah, them too, I guess. Oh, Felicia says she married and divorced a Leo. Look, I'm sorry to hear that, but I guess I'm happy to hear that you got away.
Bless your heart. Yes, they are. Is
Eddie a Virgo too?
Is he? But I don't know. He might be a cuss baby. He might be a Leo Virgo cuss. He give me a little Leo Virgo energy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
He's not
now,
that.
I will not co-sign that.
I'm thinking he's not
entitled.
That.
Oh, sorry.
You want to co-sign the entitled part?
Yes, I'll co-sign the entitled. The lazy, no. The Leo men I know, they work their jobs with benefits, with pensions, and
they don't be lazy.
Well.
They don't be lazy. Yeah. All the Virgo men I know, they all got good jobs and they gonna work. I don't know the lazy ones. No, they're very focused on their money and focused on how to bother you.
Now, lazy as far as romance, I may be able to co-sign that.
Yeah. They're lazy lovers.
She Golden said the August man. I had my
let me put it in this. They're lazy romantic. They're lazy romantics. Like they're not going to try to woo you and do all that stuff now like that. Now, see, that's the problem with them too, because when y'all get to the physical parts of it, they might blow your little mind out and stuff like that. And then you'll be stuck with this man that you really don't like because you don't know why, and you know why. But yeah, because I'm trying to tell you, Leos could be something. Virgos too. I just really say you might want to just like see what I say this, not the August ones.
Yeah, just proceed with them together. I really want to. What do y'all think? I know. Look, we ain't gonna get too deep into astrology, but I can tell you, there's one thing that almost all women can agree on is that something is wrong with them Leo Virgos, especially in the month of August. We gotta figure out what happened with the stars during that time because they all be touched. Like they be really whole time just straight touch. I don't know. Some need to be studied about that.
I don't know if I'm offended.
It's mostly the men though. It be the men. The
I
women be
represent this
straight.
comment.
No, we can't leave the ladies out of it, Seaway.
And so LC
I
really
have
want
a
to
lot
offend me.
of. I have a
LC
lot of
really
Leos
want to offend me.
Yeah.
Okay,
that are my
all
friends.
right.
But guess what, Jay? My mama is a Leo Virgo. Yeah, cusp. Yeah. So
y'all, you just want to offend me. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really include the women. To me, don't be acting as bad, in my opinion. They really don't. I
First
got
of
a lot
all,
of Leo friends.
Now, since y'all want to go here, we gonna go here because see, LC want to throw it out, but y'all Aries. Y'all Aries.
I have an Aries block to this day. I have an Aries block to this day. The only woman I actually ever had to block was an Aries because she was effing crazy. But
you see what I'm saying? That's the problem.
We are
right
wonderful.
There. That's the problem right there. Y'all thought process is already off. Okay, so that's the problem right there.
We got your back. We don't ask any questions. If you need us, we're there. Who we up against? Come on now.
See all of your information went. Y'all be up against us, and when it comes into a relationship, I don't care if it's a friendship, a lovership. When it comes into a relationship, y'all be up against us too.
I will co-sign that. All of my very good friends, we met battling each other. I mean, like straight up, I can't stand you, and now we best friends. You know, our kids, know each other and everything. So yeah, I'll give you that. We start combative.
And end combative.
No, we just end. We just stop. Okay, we done.
Well,
something else. I love me an Aries though.
Yeah, I like him too. I mean, I had to block her because she was crazy, but I did like her. So
y'all toxicity is exciting for us Sagittarius. We just be watching y'all. I mean, Sag and Leos. We just be watching y'all like.
Yeah, she was cool. She was crazy as hell, but she was a really good friend until she pissed me off. So she had to go.
Yes, high vibe. All my male friends I grew up with, it's so odd. They are all Libra. So we kind of balance the scales with each other. So
Libras are cool.
Some of them.
Yeah, see, now that's where I draw my line. Libras, you got to find which side of the scale Libra you got. You know what I'm saying? Because them little demons there, they be cool when they cool, and then when they not, they get on my nerves after a while. They just too much. I be like,
oh yeah, I don't really have nothing bad to say.
How do you date an Aries man? You can't give in to him too much. You can't let him know. You got to give him a little bit more of a chase than usual. Keep him on the line. It's like fishing.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? Because Aries men is a fool for love. I'm gonna tell you that much. Now, when you get them, you can't get rid of them. That's the problem. Your better question is how you get rid of Aries. Them are natural born stalkers. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. They ain't gonna never leave you. Okay, so you talk about some loyalty. That's what loyalty looks like, because they ain't never leaving. Shoot.
But Libras be the nicest cheaters you ever met. I mean, just the sweetest cheaters. You know who they be acting like? They be acting like Thomas on Married at First Sight. Just the nicest, sweetest cheaters you ever meet.
I'm glad you put cheaters up on there, but no, some of them don't. I had one. They the charmers. Oh, there's some charmers. There's some freaking charmers, for real. But when they get nasty, they get nasty.
Well, that's why we can't go into the rest of the signs. All we know is stay away from them Leo Virgos. Now, everybody else, proceed with caution, do what you got to do, evaluate. But them Leo Virgo men in particular, just don't even try it. Don't even get to know them. Let them date another Leo Virgo and they can duke it out. Okay.
See, high five, no. High five, no. Don't tip them scales. You better stay in the balance of them scales. They don't take much to move one way or the other. I've been told though, if you can manage to lock a Libra in,
they cool.
I know on the women's side, I know the women, because some of my good friends, I'll be like, man, y'all locked into craziness too, child. How is you still staying there? But when they be locked in, they be locked in. Now the man, like Seaway say, they some charming, nice little cheaters. They some just polite as can be, little cheating selves.
Very polite.
It's like, I'm gonna leave you for 3 to 5 business days. I'm just gonna go over here to this other house and just be over there for a while. I'll call you in about 2 weeks. Like, what?
Mhm.
What? Anywho, we've ranted all off topic. We're back now. So are we done with these two?
Mhm.
Okay. We already talked about Rose and Fritz, so we'll get over here to this circle back. Speaking of circle backs.
I want to go first because I have a question. I feel like, and I was saying this yesterday to my husband, I feel like I'm personally being scammed. I feel like my discernment is not working because I was watching them, Tay and Francisco, and although I know better, even I feel like I understand why Tay is not doing better. I think they look so cute. I think the energy is adorable. I like them together, and I'm struggling, y'all. I need y'all to help me because I know he looking for a place to stay, but I also like, baby, he ain't. Like, am I tripping? I need help because I've been really enjoying them on my screen. I'm starting to feel like I'm slipping with the discernment, y'all. I feel like Francisco Sebastian done scam me. Help me out, y'all.
Francisco Sebastian Santiago.
Yes, like, is he scamming me too? I don't know.
It's Tay who is scamming you. It's Tay who's scamming. It's Tay who's scamming you.
Yes.
But I do. I agree. I do enjoy them two on the screen. They are pleasant to watch, get to know each other, and go through this process openly with each other. But it's Tay the scammer.
Wait, how
Tay
is Tay
actually wants us.
scamming? How was Tay scamming?
She wants us to believe that she would be a man that cannot, navigate her lifestyle. She wants us to believe that she's actually going to seriously take on a guy who says, it with potential, he'll do whatever he got to do. He got no plan. No plan. He's in a room and no vehicle. So this is your king.
But why is Tay scamming when there's other people that were interested in her? What is her motive?
I've come to realize Tay I think she's emotionally unavailable. Very much so. I think she's very much emotionally unavailable. That's why she's going after certain type men. You've noticed she's gone with the men with the most red flags right now. You got Naim and Francisco. And I'm not saying
he's so warm. He's so warm to her and fluffy, and they just seem like they have
teddy bear.
And they just seem like they have the cutest, sincere little interaction. Every single time they're on my screen, I forget that he's unhoused or barely housed or limitedly housed. I be forgetting that, and I'm just like, wait, what's happening?
But he also told you that he could go far if he had support. Brother, you don't need support. Where's the fire within? Where's your own fire to succeed? So because you don't have support, you're not doing anything?
I think Tay has a thing too. She has some daddy issues. And I think that's another thing that's feeding into some of this back and forth with Frisco and all that stuff. Is like, I can be what I didn't get. I could be what I didn't receive. She has a little Build-A-Bear complex too, or whatever. It's like, I want to be your support system. I want to be this. She's a fixer-upper. She likes the projects of people. And I think that is kind of going to be her downfall, because I think she's one of those people that I fix you up for somebody else. Because she's really giving me emotionally unavailable at the same time. Like, seriously. So I just feel like, and I'm not putting it all on her, because it's like Frisco is out here between Shanice and her, bouncing back and forth or whatnot. However, he does show her a lot of affection, a lot of attention. He's like really a big old teddy bear to her. And I ain't gonna hold you. I love the heck out of a big ass teddy bear. I do. Ooh.
Yeah, but it can be a temporary teddy bear. I mean, it ain't got to be full time, all up in your face.
Yeah, I think my biggest concern was the one statement he made that, like, when he has somebody, he goes harder. That statement was concerning because as a grown man, you need to be motivated within yourself for the children, the wife, and stuff that you don't have. Even if you don't have that, you need to be pushed, and that was concerning. But I think we're so jaded now with this show that we're always looking for the shoe to drop, and that's why I was like, is this an opportunity that perhaps the shoe isn't going to drop? Or am I just being naive? Or do I just want, to be positive for a second? It's like, I'm just so tired of like always looking for the shoe. Everyone's always a scammer, this and this and that. Like, could he just feels so sincere, and it's kind of throwing me off because I'm normally good at catching BS. And a part of me feels like, yeah, he is definitely particularly seeking out women that have either past issues but also have finances. That does seem like he's doing that, but he also seems to be genuinely interested in Tay, so I'm a little conflicted.
I need to know why the dissolution of his marriage, was the cheating part of, why his marriage ended. Then you got to know his financial responsibilities. Right. Does he have support? Does he have child support? There's a whole bunch of stuff other than he's big, cute, cuddly, or whatever that needs to be, considered. And what I'm seeing here is, yes, she has her dad, and she say they're on a good, communication with her dad, but it's not where she wanted it to be. And he said he never met his dad but 2 times. So is she looking for the dad that she never had? And is he trying to be the man that his dad wasn't? So, I mean, those two will pull together and seem like, but what happens when it's not enough? What happens when he's not doing enough? He knows her lifestyle. He knows she likes to travel. He knows how she likes to keep herself together. Now he's willing to do it. No, he got to show it first. He got to show he can step up to the plate. Don't wait, Tay, for him to say, I'll get a plate. Let him show you the plate he currently has. And what it got is a room, no car. He has a job, though. He has a job.
It's given, I need competition in my relationship. That's what it's like. Your motivation is her work ethics, and it makes me compete more and stuff like that. But does the competition stop? Does it like get out of hand? Like, does it do anything? And I agree with you both. You need to be self-motivated, especially as a man. You don't need now. Yes, when you get a partner, you go harder, but I need you going hard before I got you. Like before we got together, I already need you going hard. You going harder now because I'm here and you got a new responsibility or whatever to take care of, protect and stuff like that. But I need you already going hard. So show me that side of you first. I don't need you down in the dumps. And again, he has brought up this mental health, this mental issue that he is dealing with or whatever and stuff. So it's like, I need you to be okay with being alone.
That's true. Yeah.
I need you to be in a space where you're mentally okay with being by yourself and alone and getting your stuff together, because sometimes that's where you need to be. That whole process of you being divorced and all that is because you need this time to be doing this on your own. It sounds like you have never done life on your own. This is your time to do it. So as much as you might like Tay, you might need to sit it out a bit. You might need to tell Tay, go ahead and do what your thing, because you got your stuff already together. So you might need to find your person. Now, if I can get my stuff together fast enough before, you find your person, then let's do this. Let's try it.
And I think if he actually ends up saying that, I would respect him a lot. Like, hey, you got this going on. Don't wait for me, but I'm going to hustle to get my stuff together. And I really would like to do right by you. Then I think that would solidify what I want to think of him. But if he's trying to drag her along his struggle bus story, then I really just don't know what to say about that. So
yeah, but she's so willing to be dragged along. It complicates it too.
Now his hierarchy of needs is sending me to the moon and back. I am absolutely crying. You guys are so smart. The way y'all be saying stuff, I could tell we are very highly educated and thoughtful, but because we gonna read somebody down in the most SAT way. What is the hierarchy of needs? Well, look, we can tell we all had a booker too.
We're in a little book club. Let's go, y'all.
Definitely in a book club, because the hierarchy of needs just sent me. Oh my God.
Y'all gonna have C-Way say that later on Kojo's live. And this man in his hierarchy of needs.
I'm definitely taking the hierarchy of needs.
Yeah, I do want to root for him, though. It's not the right time too, but sometimes the right time is just the right reason to not be together. So,
Well, I want to
All
like
right.
them. I that's all I can say. But even though I be talking about forget being male identified and the patriarchy and this and that, I'm still just a girl that sometimes be having a soft spot for some of these guys who I shouldn't. So maybe this is just my little soft spot. We all do it. We all have
Mm-hmm.
it. So I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I want to wish him the best. I want to root for him. So
This is also why it's pissing me off for this mid-season summer, spring, fall joggers shit that they got going on with right now. Because why is we breaking on like such a cliffhanger like this? Like,
yeah,
because I
can we
want to
talk
get back
about
to this
this?
conversation. I want to get back to this conversation of Francisco, Tay, and Shanice.
Yeah, but can we talk about this? Was Kojo briefed? Did anybody receive any briefs? Did you receive a brief on it? What is this about?
Don't know what it's about, but I'm assuming how this ladies' lounge went and how the men's ladies' lounge went. And from hearing that there was a bunch of individual premiere parties, there must have been a whole bunch of fighting going on in the background. And I don't necessarily mean physical, but it sounds like there was a lot of going on in the background while we have this thing. Because it's like, are y'all trying to piece together the season? Y'all could have gave us a good 8-10 episodes and said, here, this is all we got.
Well, what does fighting have to do? And talk to me like I'm dumb because I'm confused. What would fighting have to do with OWN not putting out the season? I'm confused.
They may be pushing summer viewing because everybody's kind of viewership tanks in the summer unless you have a show that premieres in the summer. They may be trying to generate views over the summer.
They should have just put this whole thing in the summer then.
Exactly. We don't like this. And we had to wait so long for this to come back.
Because it's clearly filmed. That's my thing. Is it not filmed?
I'm wondering. This cliffhanger is just so freaking annoying because it's not giving us nothing of why we're stopping here like this. And we have never done this with this show before. This is really like crazy as heck. It's stupid to me, especially this much. Or whatever, unless like Sean is saying, is squabble up over there and there's some legal stuff that was going on. So now we trying to figure out in the legal process of what we could still show. But at that point, to me, you should have still put all of the episode whenever y'all done with the legalities of it all, put all of the whole season in one thing and let it be. Because we already waited a year.
Who was suing who? What do y'all?
I don't know who's suing who. I'm just saying if there's some legal thing which is causing up the whole.
It sounds like it's money because ain't nobody on that show look like half of them don't even look like they even know a lawyer, let alone suing somebody. So I don't know what. Maybe it's the cost of production.
They've been cheaping the production. Let me shut up. We know they don't pay them that much like that anyway. So we already do know that much. They don't pay them that much. And the audience had to beg to see some food being given to these people. So
well, maybe one of the castmates, they normally don't have a tight lid. That's another thing that's been weird about this season. Every season the cast is all in people comments, all on YouTube, everything. We haven't seen nothing from these people. Not one.
It's Philly. They're holding it, and when they come out, I am sure it's going to be quite hot.
Because they normally be on all these platforms trying to get that, to do their interviews. Like, where are they?
They are all quiet, and that is very suspicious to me as well, Seaway. All of them being quiet.
So, man, that all of them being quiet must mean it's something legal.
Must be. Because even Cisco, he hasn't posted more than the block party. I mean, if you go to their social medias, they're like really tightly under wraps.
It must be something legal, and it might have been some of fisticuffs actually being, since it's Philly, like LC like to say, it might have been some of fisticuffs happenings. Because I'm like, literally, you got the men's lounge literally ready to rumble. And now the women's lounge, it sounds like it's up in the uproar or whatever. So, and being that it did take a whole year, take a whole year to come out, maybe there's something legal.
Maybe it was criminal.
Could be. But that's what I'm saying. It might be some hands placed on people that shouldn't have been placed on. We breaking our kindergarten rules. Maybe
Because I
somebody
said that
in
from the
production got
beginning.
into it with somebody on the cast. Who knows?
Maybe because I remember I said that a couple weeks ago. I'm like, I haven't seen a single one of them on any of these platforms.
You also said you hadn't seen a men's group before that was this heated. Usually it's the ladies squabbling.
Mm-hmm. And we do know that the Dallas season we had the women's almost going to blow then. So,
right.
You know, I don't know. I do not know what's happening and why we got this hold up. But we held up on these two at the bottom. At this point, they both can really go to me. You know what? At this point, it could be Eddie's baby mom. Come blow up the cast. What? This fool told me he was just filming the show. I didn't know he was dating you, huh?
Did you see in the women's lounge how Deonna started stuff and then was like, oh, I'm going to just back off because it's getting messy? I was like, girl, you started a conversation. Keep with it.
I mean, I get her point too, Sierra. It's just like, speak on your experience with them because I don't have the same experience with that person. But yeah, I seen that too. Elle said, it's like, say what now, girl?
Look, I'm going to ask Simone to get on the case. I'm going to reach out to her.
Yeah, Simone must, Simone to find out.
Yeah, Simone need to get on the case because what is going on? Something weird happening. Ain't nobody, this ain't charade, winter, summer, spring, fall. When is it coming back? Is summer
probably
be June? Is Summer House coming back?
We still ain't got no word on that. I think
word.
I think they totally scratched it at this point now. I don't know.
But Sahara came. Sahara came to slay.
She
came to slay Fritz. And Shanice was like, wait a minute, that's my guy.
Sahara had me weak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The poly of it all, the polyester.
The polyester was sending me.
And he told us that he is here just to play. He is not here for anything else. He is just here to play. I mean, she was dropping facts, and Shanice was getting on my nerves. It's like, Shanice, baby. And I held C. Golden's comment earlier because I felt the same way. Let me bring it back up. Shanice, baby, that was her experience with that man. And she was not lying. She was not lying about Fritz and stuff like that. What she said he was doing, he did. He admitted he did it. He admitted he was up there playing. He texting her, yep, one day, and then the next day, hey, big head.
But I understand where Shanice was coming from. Shanice wanted to learn, was this your experience of him, or is this hearsay from whoever's talking to you about what's happening in the men's lounge? So, because we saw Shanice kind of back up when she said, that's what he said to me when we had our date, Shanice backed off, but I understood where she was trying to go.
No, I'm with Sahara on this one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm more with Sahara on this one because Shanice was loud and proud with that. You lying and stuff. It's like, no, that's her experience. And she's not lying about her experience right now. Now, if she's adding a little 10 on 2 about it a little bit because of her tone and all this stuff like that, yeah, she feels some type of way about that man like that man feels some type of way about her. But if that's your man, you just let it be your man. Okay, I'd have been like, okay, sis, that's your experience with him. I don't get that same treatment with him. I'm sorry you get that treatment with him, but y'all go y'all separate ways.
Everybody is just very testy for me. I mean, I don't understand why we got to be this testy.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said earlier, a lot of them are saying, well, you know what? We just ain't compatible. I mean, there's a whole lot of we just ain't compatible. What are we going to be left with?
Yeah, that's probably another thing. They probably had... We're going to come back in the summer. It's going to be all new people.
Look, we don't need to see them in the summer. It's the summer, especially up here in the Midwest, in the East and whatever. We outside. We don't need to be waiting for them in the summer. We outside.
We on trips, vacations.
We on trips. We gone. We at festivals. We at all of this. We ain't waiting for y'all. When y'all come back, you be lucky somebody even watching. We are outside.
Right.
Well, we did learn that Fritz liked to put out the bat signal when he knows lounge day, so he can.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, big head, checking in with you, seeing if you're okay today. You good, boo?
Hey, Queen.
No more yerp? No friend, no besties, no twin and them no more, huh? We boo now, huh? We good now.
But
huh?
Eddie is too flirtatious with everybody, and he just drinks, and he's like, "Wait a minute, I ain't never been drunk."
Cause Eddie don't want none of these people.
I was trying to. Oh well, they did show the flirtation because I was like, where was the flirtation? But then they showed the behind the scenes.
Not Grand
They
Rising.
showed the behind the scenes of both him and Fritz. I was like, okay, thank y'all for filling us in.
And I'm trying to figure out who was supposed to be on Eddie level. Like, who really from this show could pull Eddie anyway? Not a gosh darn person.
Yeah, I figured they was gonna do that. Sean is at the newbies though,
They
but
gonna
I'm
add
like,
some
they could have
newbies.
just
Yeah.
kept this thing rolling all the way through. Like right now, Love Is Blind is done. Y'all decided that all of y'all want to go on the same day, give us a heart attack for like 3 weeks.
We
and
literally
stuff.
was in the blender. My TikTok folks was like, "Where you been?" I'm like, "I'm doing 4 shows a week on YouTube, and then I'm keeping up with y'all, and I'm
Right.
working. I've been tired, and then now I just thought about it. Now we gonna go back to nothing. The
Right.
TikTok people gonna be tired of seeing me.
Y'all cutting us off to put the Never Ever Met song. Like y'all could have just put them on and just kept it going. Like
I
the
ain't
hell?
watching that.
Never ever met. Or you could come with me, Seaway, Love Is Blind Sweden.
Now you know I'm not Elsie, but I will support.
Shameless plug. Y'all make sure y'all go.
Y'all
if
definitely
y'all
y'all.
link to
You
your
know
Love
I
Is
do not
Blind.
watch. I'm not watching the YT's Love Is Blind. Minnesota did too much for me.
Yeah,
And
she's already traumatized for the Minnesota. She need a
Yeah,
translator and
Minnesota
all.
really already pissed me
Well-
off. I'm good.
Well, there's a person of color, okay?
In Sweden, you know, they have a lot of black people over there in Sweden that
Oh
be coming
yeah,
over
that
there. I'm
too.
not
A lot.
surprised.
Somebody's son. I'm definitely gonna watch that one.
I may watch it because I just want to learn a little bit more about Sweden. We may need to move over there in a second. So, you know, Elsie,
Child.
I may take you up on that. Let me see. Let me
Child,
check
Sweden
out what
got
it's
some
about.
good deals over there, but you know they don't be liking too many people that's not blonde. And
Well, look, I'm gonna get my what is it? My three what is it? The wig, the blonde wig? Y'all help me out. 613.
The
I'm gonna get my
613.
613. I'm gonna tone it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get in the winter, you know, I'm about Jay in the winter. I can get over there.
Me and you know we gonna lighten all the way up.
We gonna light all the way up. No difference.
We gonna bounce around in the fields with them, work our little 20-hour weeks.
Mm-hmm. Look, I'm
Actually,
gonna tone
they-
that 613 in a second.
Don't lighten too much because quite a few they like
They
you know,
dark skin.
No,
They like a little
it
tan.
has to be a problem. They like them dark over there. If
They
if
like a
you
little
black,
tan,
they
don't
want
you?
you black.
Mhm.
Yeah, they either want you white or they want you black.
You just got to put that
Thank
blonde
you.
in.
Thank you, chat. Everybody who was saying Love Is Blind, Sweden season 2 is giving. First season gave us. The second season is giving. It is.
Okay,
wild
it's on
Well, it's
Netflix.
all given on LC
Yes.
932 channel. Okay, she's going.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm
Hey,
gonna watch it.
I
might watch it
I'm
because
gonna
they
do a
speak
live.
English.
I'll do a live at the end of the season.
Wait,
after
are they speaking
everything's
English
done.
or Dutch?
They're speaking Dutch, but you can do the English voiceovers if you want.
I hate the voiceovers. I hate watching things in dub. I really do.
I understand, but it's not bad reading it and listening to them in Dutch because some of them have some really smooth voices. The men are just dreamy voices. I gotta
You know
tell
what's crazy? You start to tune it out when you're just reading. Because my favorite movie is City of God, and I do speak a little Portuguese now. But when I first start watching that movie, I didn't know Portuguese, and that's like my favorite movie. So I don't know.
That's what I said. I don't mind the subtitles because I watch anime.
But I ain't listening to no dub. I'll just read the subtitles.
And that's my problem. I watch anime and I read the subtitles, but I can't stand the dub because the voice sometimes just don't match the person, and I just know it.
Excellent
and they change the words in the dub.
Yep, excellent subtitles, excellent voice, original voices. I gotta say there is, love triangles. And for me, my thing is, it's not just, our people that are toxic out there. I like to see what the toxicity on the other side looks like, and especially if it's international. So I'm just telling you.
We learned that from somewhere else.
I'll watch it because I'm pretty sure they're probably closer to what Love Is Blind used to be. Because at this point, what's going on in the States, like this whole Minnesota episode, was pure This whole season was just pure Caucasian foolishness. I think Dave is on that spectrum. It's a lot of stuff going on.
We have a gentleman there that is in real estate, and I was doing my recaps and saying, oh, he's in real estate. He is on a sabbatical, so maybe he has real estate property. And someone in Sweden came into my chat and said, no, he is unemployed. He is not working. And I was like, totally new perspective, new dynamic.
Dag D Brown, you done missed us.
That's what I just told her. I said, damn, you could have had a good workout, child.
Because we've been yapping about everything. Talk about these Leo Virgos. Now we talking about Love is Blind Sweden.
I'm trying to find something else to watch, child. And then on top of it, I got hooked on Love is Black and what's that damn Tyler Perry thing? Beauty in the Black. Beauty in Black, is that it's called? Sean, you know what it is. Tell me what it is. I got hooked on that, and now that's off right now, but they getting renewed, so I'll be back on that crazy mess, child. It be good and stupid at the same time. Like, I need Tyler Perry to open. Yes, Beauty in the Black. Yeah, I need Tyler Perry to open up his writer's box because some of these lines be just unnecessary sometimes. Some of them just be dumb. I be like, why? Why does this lady keep every time she speak? I gotta get to my sister. I gotta find my sister. We know, girl. We know. Now you done found that. Let me not, just in case y'all haven't caught up. Let me not say anything.
Well, we also have Love and Marriage Detroit coming back.
That's why I said, is this a Carlos King production? Because I feel like I don't forgot what happened with these people. The lady that had the baby 2-year-old now, Kobe, she got a rugrat running around. I don't think what?
Brandon's kids are probably teens.
It's a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
Are you gonna cover the how what is it, Wancho? Mr. Wancho's getting aired out by Carla?
That's for you, LC, because I don't do math.
I forgot.
I'm not covering it, but I understand.
The T is 10.
Yeah. Side note: if y'all want some updates, Mr. Juan and Carla, their niceties have officially worn off. They're airing each other. They're airing each other out on Mass Fan. Mass Fan has you covered. Go in the comments on IG and check it out. And Carla said she got a secret about Juan, and if he keep on pushing her, she said she ain't no unaliver, but don't push her. Okay? So Juan better tread lightly for Carla air him out. That's all I'm gonna say. So we gonna see.
I ain't no iller, but don't push me.
Revenge is
Juan is airing,
like the
Juan
sweetest
is airing
joy
himself
next
out.
to getting.
Yeah.
So
Juan
he's claiming he's being blackmailed and extorted. Okay.
I seen the blackmail. I didn't see the extortion, but the sister said, "Okay, keep on." Ain't nobody said nothing to you, dumbass. Why she go off on him like that? Why does sister go off?
All I gotta say is, it warms my heart that we are back in the game with Married at First Sight. For a long time, Sean and I were struggling to get folks to watch it and recap it. So, Seaway, I'm glad to see you and others are knee deep in it with us.
You want to know why? Because shout out to my city. I got the realest city on the block. Chicago actually brought everybody back to Mass. Mass was dead, and today came to the best city in the world, and now the city putting Mass on. When I tell you Mass was so dead before it came to Chicago, now Mass is all over TikTok, IG, everywhere. My mama getting clips she don't watch. Jay know all about it. She don't watch. That's where it's at. Okay,
I've been knowing about these seasons. I don't watch none of them. That's how I know that only 2 seasons so far have been boring. Okay, New Orleans, because we don't do the drama like that. Because you know what I'm saying, New Orleans will go pow pow before they do all that other stuff. Okay, so so we be trying to stay calm over there. All right, and
New Orleans was boring as hell, and Denver was a fool.
Exactly. Yes. So I'm here with Shine.
I'm just saying, my city put everything on the block. On the look.
You did not. That season was the best too. Try again. that season with what's that lady that was running havoc? Hurricane Kayla. Hurricane K.
Well, what city were they in for that one? Because that was also hilarious.
North Carolina? Was
Yeah.
that Charlotte?
All the North Carolina seasons have been good though. The North Carolina, all the Carolina seasons, they were in 2 cities in Carolina. They both
co-signing. That is it. That's all.
It was Houston.
Houston was a little.
And you know what else city brought it? DC. DC may have been the best math season. I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna say Chicago was the best one. I said we put math back on the block. The best one was DC. And then after that, maybe that crazy Atlanta season. Okay.
Well, Sean say Atlanta was the best, then Houston.
I think DC, then Atlanta. I think the DC season, the DC season was the best. That season was absolutely crazy.
Yeah. So like
DC was the best season to me.
And don't forget Taylor and Brandon.
Yeah, that whole season. It was a fool. It was a whole fool.
Well, we have one couple that lasted, you know.
I think y'all got an average of one couple.
And then whatever season that the guy was homeless, he was like a homeless ex-basketball player. I think they were in like North Carolina.
That's Charlotte.
That season was up there too.
Well, we had two couples that season that stayed together, but one just ended. Jamie and Beth just ended like last year.
See, because they're the ones. Jamie and Beth is the one that started the chaos. Remember, they used to be caught on the camera, and they used to be fighting each other, wrestling, throwing stuff in the house. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was talking about his vanilla bedroom activities.
Uh-huh. So I'm gonna put the Chicago season is up there, but DC takes it. Then Atlanta. I would say that Houston season was crazy, but this Chicago season is up there with the best of them because Ike deserves Well,
Chicago had to have a whole cheating scandal, otherwise it probably wouldn't have been. Ike ain't that worth that say that he did that much. That cheating scandal helped a lot.
He ain't from Chicago. He just came to Chicago for the show.
Oh, that's true too. That I'm saying Ike was.
What about Boston?
What he can to stay relevant.
Baston was a good one too.
It was.
Yeah. So thank the cheaters on the season for y'all. You gotta thank them. As much as y'all hate them so much, y'all gotta thank them.
I mean, they did save the season between them and Michelle and her great investigation that they produced to a T. Michelle's investigation that they produced. The producers really deserve the award. They produced the hell out of that scene. Shout out to the producers.
Was it turned into an episode of Cheaters? You want to go talk to him now? He's in the room right over there with her now. Let's go over. Hey, Cheaters was a good show. I ain't gonna hold
Michelle's gonna get picked up for some type of acting gig. I promise y'all. The way she kind of executed that whole situation, Michelle need to get hired for something. What? I don't know, but somebody need to hire her.
Hey, next to seeing Peter Guns get into a fisticuffs with a man on their version of Cheaters.
Why Sean said the Babylon in the basement dweller?
Lord
this was the first year I heard TikTokers actually covering maps. I have never heard TikTokers cover maps, but the T must have
maps was around before TikTok, and I think if maps was around with Texas, where one of the brides
somebody would have covered it. Yeah.
If one of the brides was detained and they couldn't go on the honeymoon, I think that would have blown up too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess Maps was around with Michaela, but I think everybody like a good scandal, so a cheat scandal is always gonna trump.
But they're preparing us because Married at First Sight Australia has all the scandal and wildness you could ever ask for on reality TV. So they're starting to get us like. I wouldn't be surprised if Maps didn't have a cheating scandal every year after this.
They just need to go with like what's the other ones that they do the wife swap? Who is that one?
Married at First Sight Australia does that. The UK one does that.
They're talking about the one where not make a move. I'm sorry. Commit. The one you got to decide if you're going to commit. That stupid one. Where
but some of the maps in the other places they do like you can switch.
Yeah, you could swap partners. But they
Yeah.
don't do it forever. You can swap partners. They
Ultimatum.
do it
I'm sorry, I couldn't think. Ultimatum.
Oh,
The
yeah.
ultimatum they switch.
Yeah, but Mass does that too. Australia, they just did that where they did the partner swap, but they did it for like 3 to 5 days, and you give a critique of the other person's marriage.
Hmm. So it's
I
just
don't
a
see that.
That
I
critique.
don't
was
think they need
wild
to
this week.
normalize that. They don't need to normalize that. People,
No,
this is
I
already
thought
a
it was
serious
like you could
marriage.
just literally like I don't like this person like that. Let me go over here and not just a week. I never understood wife swap in the show itself either. Like, you know, when they used to have that show, Marriage Swap,
Mm-hmm.
you just go over there and then it's just like, oh, I just felt that I had it way better with you, honey. It's like, oh God. But yeah. Anywho, y'all, I got a Bible study, so I got to get up out of here in a second because I got to be one with the Lord. Because after all the blessings I did before this live, man, and I'm gonna tell you now, the reason I was blessing so much, Seaway, because the ending pissed me off. So I had to get all my blessings out before I started this live, because I would have started this live on blessing this whole daggone show off real quick. For that damn app was giving me hell last night that I don't know. I couldn't watch a damn episode on, and then having to find out this was the cliffhanger of a season ending. Like, so now we got to come back to season 10, part B.
Well, I'm gonna do some digging. I'm gonna see what I can find. So the next time, if we need to do a separate live about what's going on, I'm gonna do some digging.
Good.
I don't have no information right now, but to me,
Yeah.
this silence screams legalities. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it screams
Definitely
lack
It's
of
Philly.
money in legalities.
very
It's
much.
Philly.
And it might it might be more than one. It sounds like it might be more than one. I think somebody in production is walking around with some raccoon eyes.
Somebody got knocked the hell out, and I guess you about to find
Somebody
out.
got a knot, and it ain't a slip knot.
Yeah, it might be one of them too. I don't know.
Because what the hell is going
down.
on? Mm-hmm.
Some things I'm
Sounding like the candles are burning.
Ran over with a non-existent car. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's some things that the things have transpired though. Because what?
Well, you enjoy your Bible study.
Child, I'm
about
gonna try.
to put some makeup on my face so I could do some of these little TikTokers.
All right, we'll be over there support. So before we get up out of here and I have Elsie do our closing remarks, Seaway, please tell us where they can find you at.
Yes, you guys can find me first if you can hit the subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do mostly YouTube shorts, but I really would appreciate the subscription over here as well. Even if you're not a big TikToker, if you go hang out with me on my TikTok page, it's the same name. It's Seaways World Esquire. Just had a cool video, a new collab with Coco Golf and New Balance that I did a few things with. So you guys go over there and support. It's actually a fun time over there. If you check out that video, I appreciate the support. And then following my Instagram is also Seaways World Esquire. So I don't just talk about sports. I do a good job of like merging the two. So you may find some things that you're interested in and, you know, learn about some things you may not know. It's a good convo, life convos. So yeah, if you can support me over there, I would appreciate it.
Definitely. You'll find us later on this afternoon. I believe Kojo is still having his live at Little Black Book 91. Please go over there, follow, like, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell button over there because I can tell you a time, but it might not be the time I say. So just go ahead and hit the bell so you'll know what time the live will start. We'll have a super panel later on this evening. Generally, it's about 8 p.m. Eastern, but, you know, since the time difference, it's been throwing him a little because they don't time change over there in the UK like we do. So y'all just make sure y'all go follow us, like and subscribe over there or whatnot. And we'll be over there later on this evening talking about Ready to Love, and we'll give y'all some deeper thoughts on the episode as well, because we like to have a little bit more fun over there. But over there, we get a little bit more deeper, a little bit more serious, just a tad, not too much, you know what I'm saying, but just a tad more serious, and talk a little bit more relationship advice over there as well. And they'll say, go ahead and give us your information and close us on up out of here.
I am Elsid932 on YouTube, and I cover mainly the dating shows that are international. So now Love is Blind Sweden started this week with 4 episodes, so my recaps are certainly up on my channel. I also cover weekly Married at First Sight Australia. I do a live with Kojo on Little Black Book 91 on Sundays at 3:05 EST, and check us out there. And to close, I'm glad everybody is realizing that, you may not be my person. They're letting each other know. But we got to be a little more gentle in our dates and dating. Leave room and space for the other person to express themselves and compromise. It seems like a lot of today was a lack of compromise in the beginning stages of a relationship. So this time it was, are you ready to compromise? And a lot of people are not. But some of the topics they don't need to compromise are if it is a boundary. But yes, we do not like this mid-season finale or mid-season pause to come back in the summer. Let's hope that we remember that Tommy exists by the time the summertime hits.
Amen to that. And if y'all just catching the replay, please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe to this channel right here, Another Round JS. We appreciate it. All of it goes a long way, and it helps the algorithm and find us on our regular Friday nights. We're generally on Friday nights. I might be back here next Saturday just because I am going through the same cycle. I might not be here next Saturday because we ain't got no daggone show to do. Oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? So I might just do a little impromptu live if I'm not feeling too tired back on Friday night just to keep my slot space open or whatnot. I might just do it a little bit earlier so I can catch a little nap in between shifts. So we might go a little bit earlier next Friday. I'll just keep y'all updated. So look for that in the community tab or just look for the notification of the thumbnail and it'll let you know what we got going on, what our topic is, what we talking about and stuff. If we have another show, we might just start another show. Yeah, something started this week. Did something start this week?
No, never. We have a pause before Never Ever Met, but we were talking about Drewski.
Yeah, we might go back to that because that's been a whole fool too. That's been a whole fool too. That man's been a fool. I've been over there just dying away. We might go back over there. Juicy is a mess. All right. He needs to stop calling them women, man. Bruh. It's terrible. Anywho, we gonna get up out of here. Y'all have a great day. Be safe. Happy Saturday to you all. Enjoy it. See you guys later on this evening. All right. Take care. Until then, behave yourselves. I don't know what to tell y'all because I ain't got nothing for y'all. This whole thing was a whole fool. Now that Tommy got us out here looking like this crap.
T-shirt, you done left fingerprints and all. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.